Let's see if.
All right.
Hey, everyone.
Hi, guys.
Good morning from Fort Wayne, Indiana,
Yeah.
the RV and camping show. We are so excited to have the opportunity, Patty, to do this first ever remote live stream.
I know. Isn't this crazy? We're like big time.
I know. So a huge shout out this morning to our friends here at Barton Lake RV.
Yes, absolutely.
Barton Lake RV is our hometown RV dealership. We have bought, I think, at least 4 RVs from them over the last 17 years.
I think so.
And some of you will remember my friend Steve, who's one of the team members here. We've had him on videos before.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, drop us a comment this morning. Let us know where you're watching from. We should have this going out through both YouTube and Facebook.
All right.
So the show started Thursday,
right?
And I was actually here yesterday and was live streaming on Instagram, Patty.
I saw that.
So today we've got a great show for you. We're gonna have some guests coming on. We've got some of the Barton Lake team that's going to join us. We've got Cam from Keystone RV who's going to come talk about everything Keystone.
Yep.
And at some point we are going to attempt the first ever Patrick the Roving Reporter. And I'm going to take you on tours of some of these RVs.
That'll be interesting.
Want to do a huge shout out to today's sponsor, Happy Acres Campground. That's right. So can't thank Angie and Kevin enough for letting us be a part of their family and helping support Travels with Delaney. And in fact, Patty, we're going to be doing like a 3-way partnership this summer.
Okay.
Because we're going to be at Happy Acres for the summer.
Right.
And so that's us and them.
Right.
And then Barton Lake RV is also going to be at Happy Acres this summer.
Oh my gosh.
They're going to have a couple RVs on display all summer long and at the campground, and they're going to be rotating them out. So if you come, anybody who comes out to Happy Acres, spends the weekend, a week or whatever, they can check out new RVs.
Awesome. I like checking out new RVs.
And my understanding is, well, I better not. I don't want to give away all the surprises. And I do see that Angie and Kevin are joining us from sunny Florida down in the Keys.
They need to give Jane and Cash some puppy hugs from us.
Yes. As much as I say they should be here with us working the show, I'm glad they're not, just because it's cold.
Well, and they just need a break. Everyone needs a break. So, and I hope they're enjoying their time and having fun. And I heard about Jimmy Buffett. Oh my gosh, I'm jealous.
Yeah. So if you're coming to the RV show today, we're going to be here in the booth until 1 o'clock. Swing by. We actually have Happy Acres stickers.
Oh yeah.
So swing by, see Patty or me or one of the Barton Lake team.
Hi, Linda.
And we'll get you a Happy Acres sticker. Because honestly, if you're going to go camping, you might as well go happy, right?
Yeah.
And so let's see if I can roll
that beautiful Happy Acres footage, right?
It's a good thing we're not supposed to be professional. In US 20, we're less than an hour from the RV capital of the world.
I know.
And so if you need to go get repairs done, or maybe you want to visit the RV museum, drop down about 10 minutes south of the Indiana Toll Road on I-69, get off there at US 20.
Right there.
Mile down the road, you're at Happy Acres.
Yeah.
And if you've got a big rig, don't worry.
Oh, easy.
Our friends Bobby and April from Travels Abound, Bosma Coffee, they have that monster 40-footer.
Yes. Beast.
No issues. They stayed 2 weeks at Happy Acres. Long pull-throughs, 50 amp, all new electric, all new gravel. You don't have to worry about your pull-through being muddy. And I'm so excited. I don't know. They're probably, Angie and Kevin are excited too.
Yeah,
I'm sure. But I'm super excited because new pool is coming for this summer. We've got the pickleball courts open. And so, yeah, we're going to have so much fun at Happy Acres this summer. May 5th.
Cinco de Mayo
weekend. That's the opening weekend. If you don't have a reservation for May 5th and 6th for Cinco de Mayo weekend, you're not going to get one if you don't do it soon.
It's going to be a party.
They're selling out quickly. And I know Angie's got all kinds of fun planned for Friday night for a Cinco de Mayo party. On Saturday, Patty and I are going to be demoing products
that we love. Ultimate Cloth,
Gas Stop, Blue Eddies. We're going to have the Blue Technology water filter and new water softener to demo. and just answer your questions about anything related to RVing.
Sure.
And if we don't know the answer, don't worry, we'll just make one up.
That's
right?
what I always tell my students.
Yeah,
I'll make one up for you.
So anyway, well, we got a lot of people joining us, but I want to get this thing started right away, because what's going to happen here is they've already opened the door, so it's going to get super busy. So I want to see if I can get Cam over here from Keystone RV and just spend a couple minutes with him talking about, everything to do with Keystone. Now, if you're not familiar with Keystone RV, they manufacture under name brands like Cougar, Hideout, Bullet, Premier, Montana. The list just goes on and on and on. But I wanted to name off the ones that I knew that are here in the booth today. We don't have Montanas here today, but we do have Cougars, Bullets, Hideouts, and Premiers. And for those of you that don't know, Patty and I actually owned a Keystone Cougar fifth wheel for like 8 years. It was a 35-footer, and we absolutely loved
we did seasonal camping in it, and it was awesome. That Cougar withstood a long time with puppy traffic, and it was a great rig. Loved it.
Yeah, we love that. I think it was a 316 SAB side aisle bath.
I think so.
Ours. Anyway, let's check and make sure Cam's got mic.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
I am. I can, yeah.
Can you? All right.
I can hear him.
All right. So everyone, I'd like to introduce you to Cam with Keystone RV. How you doing today?
Good. How are you guys?
We're doing great. So how's the show going so far for you?
Good. I was here early afternoon on Thursday, all day yesterday. I think the foot traffic's been really good. I think a lot of people are really interested and like seeing the new product.
Sure,
getting their hands on it. Finally getting to see stuff after COVID, when things were a little bit weird. But yeah, I've been really pleased with the foot traffic here.
That's great. Weekend, so. Now, you had told me yesterday you weren't at Tampa. You got to actually go to a different show that maybe most people don't think of. But you want to tell everybody where you had been recently?
Last weekend I was at a show in Atlanta for a couple days, and then the weekend before that I was in Twin Falls, Idaho, working for a dealership out there. That was a pretty unique show. There was 80 units there, and it was completely dirt floor. So,
wow!
You can imagine how dirty
what was it, like a horse arena or something like that?
Yeah,
very cool.
Huh.
And what have you seen at those other shows? Has the foot traffic been good so far this year at those as well?
Yeah, yep. A lot of people are finally coming out. There's been a lot of interest, first-time RVers thinking about getting into the industry, which is what obviously we're excited about. But yeah, I would say every show I've been to so far this year, the foot traffic has been really, really good.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's great, because I know, we saw that big spike from about summer of 2020 through fall of 21. And then it seemed like last year we started seeing numbers falling off a little bit, but it's great to see people excited again and out looking at either buying their first one or maybe even deciding, hey, I love RVing so much, I'm ready to upgrade. So,
right.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Keystone. I think I mentioned most of the brands that are here. Montana. What are just some of the others that I'm not thinking of that aren't here at the show, but are part of your Keystone family? Any that you want to mention?
So, I mean, if you guys are looking for toy haulers, we have a couple good brands. We have Raptor and Fusion, and then sister products off of that are Carbon and Impact.
Okay.
And then to go off the Hideout line, we have Hideout Springdale. To go off of the Bullet Premier, we have Passport, and then to go off of Cougar, we have Arcadia Sprinter, and then you can go all the way up to Montana. You're going to have an Alpine as well. So multiple different options under the Keystone hat that are all built, the same and
sure.
Yeah, and I think that's what's great about Keystone, because you have something for everybody. Whether you're looking for more of that, starter first unit, or whether you're looking to live in an RV and you're looking for a high-end fifth wheel like the Montanas, the Alpines, and everything in between. And so, unlike some manufacturers where maybe they're just in one very specific niche product line, Keystone really has everyone covered. So
the idea behind that is obviously we want to be your first coach and your last coach.
Sure.
So you can start out in a Hideout or Springdale, work your way up, and eventually retire in a Cougar, an Alpine, or a Montana, something like that. So
right.
So let's talk floor plans. What maybe is a new floor plan that's here that you're excited about?
Probably the one that's sitting right behind us. It's something that is new for 2023 for the Cougar brand. We are extremely excited about it. It's a true couples coach, 28 foot 4 inches, 7,500 pounds, 1,200 pound pin weight. It's a true half-ton towable,
Right.
Which really broadens the customer base there. It's under 30 foot, which makes it legal to go in every state and national park around the U.S. And then just the functionality with it, with being able to access your fridge, your bed, and your bathroom without opening your slide. So if you are traveling across the country, you pull into a rest stop, you can use your whole coach.
I think I heard you yesterday say to a customer or somebody looking at it, the only thing you can't access with the slide out in was the oven, but everything else.
Yep. Everything else.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because if you want to pull off at a rest area, maybe use the restroom, make some lunch, that's important.
It is.
And if you could, like I remember in our Cougar fifth wheel, we could get to the bathroom and we could get to the refrigerator.
Right.
But that was it.
Because
when our main slides were in,
you couldn't
get to the living room.
Nope.
Not that it was a big deal, because my main thing is, can you get to the bathroom? Can you get to the
refrigerator? Yeah.
So yeah, I tell you, we are really excited about this floor plan, because I think for somebody who's maybe like us, we're in a 24-foot travel trailer looking for maybe just a little bit more space, but we don't want another 35, 40-foot fifth wheel, because like you said, we can still get this into national parks, state parks, things like that.
We love those places. So.
And maybe for that couple that's in that bigger travel or fifth wheel, and they're like, you know what, I'd like to go to those national parks, but I keep seeing restrictions like 30 feet or less. They might be looking to come down. And again, I think for couples, even if you want to bring the grandkids,
there's room.
We got the dinette that can be made down into a little bed. We can always shove one in the outdoor storage, I guess. Maybe not. We don't recommend
and with
that.
pups, I just love the way the flooring is now in the Cougars.
Carpetless.
No carpet.
We love that. Ours had the carpet.
Yes.
And so, with puppies, having no carpet.
And just the tracking of, because we always had little kids from our friends coming in and out. It's just easier cleanup.
Now, one of the things that really shocked me is, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe now on the Cougars, and you can tell me which ones or whatnot, solar is like a thing now, right? Like, this isn't like I've got to put it on myself after I buy my RV. And
No. It's a standard feature for Keystone, not just Cougar.
Okay.
So you're going to have a 200-watt solar panel standard from the factory on every Keystone product that comes out. You can build it or upgrade it to, let's say, a 400i system that a few of the Cougars here do have.
Okay.
With that, you get an inverter, which makes some of your outlets through your coach work while you're on the road.
Sure.
So you did stop at a rest stop and wanted to make a cup of coffee or watch TV or even use a sleep app machine while you're taking a nap, you can do that.
That's awesome. And now, do all of them with the solar package also include the batteries?
Yeah, so the Dragonfly lithium batteries for 2023 is a Keystone thing. Cougar is giving you two of them, 200 amp hour lithium batteries on every single product, travel trailers and fifth wheels. And I can't speak highly enough about them. They have a 10-year warranty on them. They're maintenance free. The warranty is transferable. So if you do want to sell your coach down the road, it just adds that much more value to it. And then what I call a brain. So like I said, they are maintenance free. If they do get to a point where they need to protect themselves, they'll shut off before they do any damage, unlike a typical lead acid battery.
That is crazy, because we have two Battleborns in our current RV.
Right.
That was almost $2,000 purchase after
we bought it.
Aftermarket. And then we had to add solar and an inverter. And to think now you could buy this RV and that's just standard.
Yeah. So for 2023, Keystone's fronting the cost on it. So it's about, if you guys were to go upgrade it yourself, it'll be a little over $2,000 to have those installed. So
wow.
Yep.
That is awesome. So this is a new floor. Any other new floor plans? Because you know the inventory that's here today. If somebody's coming out, is there another rig you want to share with them that you really like? Maybe even a trailer if it's not an RV. A fifth wheel.
Yeah. We have a few new floor plans for 2023 coming out. The only new one that's here is the 23 MLE.
Okay.
We have a couple in our fifth wheel segment and then one in our travel trailer segment that kind of all feed off each other. A couple bunkhouses, a true couples coach here.
Sure.
And so, we are super, super excited as production gets back to work and we can start getting these on dealers' lots. We think it's going to be a big year for us.
So word on the street is Barton Lake RV has a fifth wheel coming called the Sport.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this thing is going to be similar to the one behind me, but less money. You want to share with everybody what the new sport line is?
Yeah. So it's a limited run for the Cougar brand. We're making a bunkhouse model and a couples coach model. Both are going to be fifth wheels. It's I wouldn't go as far as saying it's a Toyota Lexus difference. I would say it's almost like a trim package difference. You have your high-end Toyotas and you have your base model Toyotas. I would put it more towards your base model Toyota. It's gonna miss a few of the features you're gonna get on a high-end Cougar, but the price point it comes in at is really awesome, and as well as the couples coach being 6,800 pounds, even lighter than this.
Oh, wow.
Most people with half tons can really handle that. So
yeah. So this is like, Patty, this is like our new truck,
right?
Where we have the LT package, and we didn't get the high country package, let's say, in the Silverado. So you're going to get a Cougar fifth wheel. Do you want, like us, just what's the difference between ours and a high country? We don't have leather seats in our truck. We don't have powered mirrors and things like that. But the two trucks have the same engine, the same transmission, and so you can literally pick one of these up for, I'm not going to throw out numbers yet, but less, and have that same Cougar build quality, just with a few less options.
Yeah. So the same people that are building our Cougars that are sitting behind us are going to be the same people that are building the Cougar Sports. You're not going to have any manufacturing differences between the two. It really just options and features that are going to differentiate them.
And you said that's a limited run for 2023 at this point.
At this point, yes.
Okay. So, and I do know Steve has told me, Barton Lake RV, if you live in Northeast Indiana, Northwest Ohio, Southeast Michigan, he said they should have one rolling in later in the month or early March. So if somebody wants to see an actual sport. See it. You want to see the sport, yeah. Yeah, because when Steve told me that you're looking at a fifth wheel with the starting price with 4 as your starting price, where do you buy a fifth wheel where the starting price is with a 4 as the first number? That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's unheard of, especially in the last few years.
Yeah. So, well, Cam, is there anything else you want to share with everyone?
I think I'm good. You guys touch base on most of it. So,
well, thank you so much. I know this place is getting busy, so I know you got to get to work. So I don't want to keep you any longer. But thank you so much for taking time out to kind of share with everybody.
Nice meeting you.
We'll see you around.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks.
Welcome. Thank you.
All right. Well, that was exciting. Thank you, Patty. What do you think about that? Wasn't that great having Cam?
Oh,
actually to hear from the manufacturer and what's going on. So let's.
And I just got to say one little thing. One of my students is here. Her name is Madeline, and she looked over like she was totally stunned that I was here with the headset on. So hopefully she'll come back around and I'll get to talk to her. But yeah, how cool is that? So,
oh goodness,
cool.
Oh, I can fit in this frame. This is good.
All right. Hey, look at this. I just grabbed. This is Kyle with Barton Lake RV, and some of you, if you follow Barton Lake RV's Facebook page, then you'll recognize Kyle, because Kyle is half of that amazing Facebook team with Steve. We'll keep Steve away at this point. So, how's it going, Kyle?
Not too bad. Saturday is always the biggest day at the show, and people have had the last 2 days to kind of sift through their pros, their cons. So today is all about nailing down any unanswered questions and helping people find the RV they've been looking for all weekend.
Yeah, I can't believe this is busy. I thought yesterday was busy when I was here. This is double what it was yesterday.
And this hasn't been open very long.
No, we're 20 minutes into the show.
20 minutes in.
So you guys have been coming to the show. Do you know how many years? Like you are like RV show. Barton Lake RV is.
Yeah. So I can't really pinpoint down the exact date. I know that it has to have been just about 20 years.
Yeah.
I have been coming to this show since I was little and running around in bare feet. So this is near and dear to me, especially.
So any trailers you want to point out, or you want people, if they're headed to the show, to look at anything you love right now?
Absolutely. I really think we have a new Cougar floor plan that just came out called the 23 MLE. It's actually sitting behind me. Now, Cougar came out with a half-ton lineup about 3 years ago. Well, they've made one that is truly half-ton friendly. We're talking about a trailer that weighs 7,000 pounds, so it's going to meet every half-ton requirement. We're talking about a pin weight that's under 1,500 pounds, so that's a payload capacity for every fifth wheel. and they just put a lot of tech in these to make them a home away from home. So
This thing is
definitely one to
crazy.
check out.
I can't believe what you get
It is
at that
crazy.
price
Yeah.
point.
Absolutely.
I mean, it is nice.
Mhm.
That's what we were talking with Cam about. If somebody's looking to go from a travel trailer to a fifth wheel, but they don't want a huge one,
Yep.
this would be perfect. Or maybe somebody's in that big 40-footer and thinking, I want to go to national parks and I can't get in.
Absolutely.
This would be your ticket. So I did notice you have a big board over here with some sales.
Yes.
Right. So that's our 2022 board. For anybody that's been sitting saying, I'm going to wait till the 23s come out, our 22 units have never been lower in price. So if somebody is looking for a deal to get to that kitchen table budget, it's definitely worth having a look. We've been thankful to have a full lot this entire year. In the past, the year before, we were down to like 15 trailers at one point. So it's good that we can give people selection. And
I'm telling you what, there are deals on that board. So if you don't need the new graphics package, if you're okay with the 2022 model year, brand new trailers. But I was telling Steve, we did a video on that travel trailer that's very similar to this fifth wheel last year. And I swear your price was probably at least $10,000 more because of the economy and things like that. Somebody is going to go home with an amazing, if it hasn't sold since yesterday, maybe it's sold. I don't know.
Absolutely. I think the thing that we really focus on at Barton Lake RV is you are buying from a family.
Yep.
We're not just a staff that comes in and punches a 9 to 5. We all care about each other, and we care just as much about our customers that come through the door. We don't charge outlandish fees such as a prep fee when people buy a trailer from us. We believe that a trailer, just like a car that you buy, it should be cleaned and ready before people get there without having to pay an outlandish fee. So at Barton Lake, we do charge a $195 documentation fee. That's only for doing business with us to keep the lights on. But other than that, people are going to be paying the nice discounted price. And of course, they got to pay Uncle Sam.
Yep. And Patty and I can attest to exactly what Kyle's saying. We bought, like I said, at least 4 trailers over the last 17 years. And it is family owned. That's one of the things that we are seeing, sadly, in this country is a lot of the family dealerships are being bought up by the big corporations. And the fact that you guys are still operating family owned, I actually feel sorry for these guys because it is a small staff.
Right.
And they've been here. They took them 2 days to set up. They've been here 11 to 8, Thursday, Friday. They're going to be here until 8 tonight, 5 tomorrow night. And then you guys have to tear this all down and get the heck out of here by midnight.
And believe it or not, with a small staff, we're still able to do it in about 3 hours.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So talk about dedication.
It takes, as Cheryl always tells me, it takes a village. And that's one of the things that we preach here. It takes our entire village to put this thing together, to run this thing, and then to tear this thing down.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, we won't keep you because I know it's super busy and I know you got to get to people, but thank you. And if you get time later, swing on by. If you find something, if you see something you want to tell us about, but definitely stop out today. If you're anywhere near Fort Wayne, come out to the RV show. I believe it's $12 at the ticket window to get in. They also have a nice family deal where 2 adults and up to 3 kids for $25. So what else are you going to do on a cold day in Indiana?
Absolutely.
Come out, either find your first RV, your next RV.
Yeah.
So
check them out.
And if you're not near the area, make sure you subscribe to the Facebook page for Barton Lake RV and check out Kyle's tours because he does a great job going out and showing everyone all the different models they have on the lot.
Yeah, 2023, we might add a couple of
dance moves
in to get it going.
Barton Lake going TikTok, maybe? Kyle's TikTok.
Nice.
Please don't let Steve dance, please.
No. All right. Thank you guys so much, and come check out our booth at Barton Lake RV.
Hey, thanks, Kyle.
Yep, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, that was great. So, and Kyle is so Dave Barry is the owner of Barton Lake RV, and Kyle is Dave's son. So we actually had, like family here.
Well, and I just want to give you an update on the feed, honey, because I was reading it here, and I think some of them are taking like bets on when we trade up to a fifth wheel here, and they're saying like within the next 2 years, someone thinks and I know
I would be okay with saying within the next 2 years.
And when Mr. Mark says the truck is big enough to haul anything, and he's absolutely right.
Well, that's funny that was said because yesterday I was talking with Dan, and we'll get Dan over here at some point. Dan's the head of service. But I was in this fifth wheel that has an upper living room,
Yes,
and
it's
so your bedroom's in the
gorgeous.
back.
Oh
And I
my
said to Dan,
gosh.
I said, "Oh, I can't do that." And he said, "Oh yeah, you can with that truck." And I'm like, "No, it's not the truck that's it's just too big. I don't want to haul a 40
Well,
foot."
that living space, there's more seating space there than in our cabin. It is ridiculous. It is beautiful. Oh my gosh.
I will tell you, this RV behind me,
This is nice.
it is sold,
It's gone. Yeah, there people
and
who
we're
bought
not,
it.
and we're not the owners.
Yeah,
so
people who bought it. They have to leave it here for people to see because they're trying to sell more. But it is, yeah.
But what Steve told me is they have 3 of these on order.
Yes.
So you
Yeah,
never know. But
yeah.
I don't know. We're pretty happy.
Well, yeah.
But I won't lie. There's theater seating. I'll take you
Mhm.
guys in there in a minute.
It has a lot of the things on the checkoff list, honey.
Central air,
Yes.
over
Ducted air,
2,000 pounds of cargo carry capacity,
and the
theater seating,
yep,
local dealership.
absolutely. Ding,
So,
ding, ding.
We apologize if anybody's posted comments, because as we're talking to people, I'm trying to focus on them.
And then who was it? Val and
yeah, Val and Bill Porter.
yeah, they
are
walked
here.
by.
I'm hoping they'll come back
Yes.
and talk to us here.
There's
in a
my little girl
bit.
Madeline over there. I think she's, when kids see you out in public, you're not
They get
supposed to be
a little
outside of
embarrassed.
school. So yeah, but she gave me a big old wave. So.
I'm actually concerned whether I'm actually going to be able to take you all into a trailer.
I don't know at the
is-
moment.
It is crazy busy now. Maybe it's just the opening morning rush. I
Right.
don't know.
Well, and I think are we near the entry? That people come right in and come down this
They
way.
do. So when you come in, if you're coming to the RV show, you're going to come through all the little merchant booths. We've got, in fact, I haven't even been out there, but
No.
normally there's things like
I could smell the
campgrounds,
almonds.
and there's almonds.
I'm gonna need to get some.
And then as soon as you
driving me
come
crazy.
in, Barton Lake RV is going to be your first dealership here on the right. And we have 22 RVs right here in our area. And so, and I just looking across, I see vintage cruisers. I know there's some Jaycos. I saw some Grand Design.
Yes.
Coleman.
Yeah.
So that's the great thing about coming to an RV show. Number one, it's inside.
Right.
Because it's cold.
Oh,
We're not at Tampa. This is not
no.
Tampa.
It was like what, 22 degrees when we got out of the
here,
car.
yeah.
Burr. It's cold.
So you're inside, you know,
Yes.
because if you try to go to their lot, you can go to Barton Lake RV next weekend and look at trailers, but good luck. It's going to be cold.
It'd be very
So
cold.
you can come in here. Second thing is, so it's climate controlled, but the fact that you can look at so many different brands, so many different models.
We'll even have, like, I call them gadgets that go along with your
gadgets,
RV.
yeah.
And that cute little golf cart.
Yeah.
That's a cutie.
Yeah, I'm
Was
thinking,
it folds up or something?
I don't know. It said it's a miniature
That
golf
is
cart.
cute.
I think we need a golf cart since we're going to be seasonaling at
I
Happy
I
Acres
think
this
we
summer.
need something because I think I know the puppies, especially Bessie. She's not afraid.
She's not real good at riding the electric bike. I'll be honest.
her
her
little legs
her
just
little
don't.
paws just
just
don't
can't
reach.
do it.
So, but yeah, I think RV shows in general are just a good place. Even if you're not looking, it's still fun to come
It's
and look.
just fun to see what's out there and what they've changed, because they're always trying to make changes, I'm sure, to things and how to, just like you said, this one behind us, wouldn't have to put solar on it. You wouldn't have to do the inverter.
The reason I'm so impressed with Cougar, partially because we owned one for 8 years,
Absolutely.
so we know.
Yeah.
But I can't believe all the stuff they give you standard feature
Mm-hmm.
now. Did you hear him? He said 2 100 amp hour lithium batteries are included on the RV.
I know.
Solar is included. If you get the certain solar package, you get the inverter included. The Cougars now have Goodyear endurance tires standard on them.
Crazy.
I'm trying to remember. There was
one
suspension upgrade.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the suspension.
Well, there was one we were walking around and it said like a central vac system. I'm like, what?
We have a central vac system. It's called
me.
It's called Patty. Let's see.
Hi, Adam. Linda's here.
Adam's here. Linda's
Mr.
here.
Mark.
Russ and Carrie are here.
Yes.
Don't show Russ the golf cart.
Yeah.
I won't take any pictures.
Go
and send
back
it.
up. I think there's some others in here.
Okay.
in
Who
the
else did
house.
I miss?
There's someone here called
Rosebuds Travels here. Jonathan from
is
Tree
here.
Talker.
Jessica
and,
Small.
And she says, long time TWD watcher, first time poster based on your history. There, you're overdue for a travel. This is true, Jessica. But
Yeah.
no, I don't think
Donna's here. Hi, Donna.
Angie and Kevin are here.
Yes.
Happy Acres, and again, we can't thank Happy Acres enough. The official campground of Travels with Delaney, and we, for those of you who maybe have not heard the news, we will be spending the summer
There.
or the
Yes.
camping season, really, I should
Right.
say, the whole
Mhm.
camping season at Happy Acres.
Mhm.
We will take off for about 3 weeks in June, early July.
Well, we might do because we never went to the UP of Michigan.
We might take off like midweek, but
Yep. Short little trips.
most of the camping season though, we're going to
be there.
be there, especially on the weekends.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I was saying earlier, opening weekend is May 5th.
Yes.
And we Angie has the Cinco de Mayo party
I
planned for Friday
know.
night, and then
Yes.
we're going to be doing like a little talk or demonstration of some of our favorite products. In fact, unbelievably, what we're running right now, we are being powered by Blue Eddy.
We are.
So I know a lot of people are like, oh, here he goes again. He's talking about Blue
We
Eddy.
use that thing all the time.
Yeah, I brought Little Red with us, which is
Yes.
the little EV70. I have
know.
the laptop. I have this whole sound system that has to be powered.
Mhm.
We're running off of that right now.
I know.
And it's so nice because it's under 25 pounds. It's got the
Lightweight.
handle, so
Yeah.
I could carry it through
Easy.
here. And so I
Done,
think
done.
that works really well.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, but we'll be
Yeah.
showing all that, or we'll answer questions.
Sure.
So and then we have the camp out
Right.
on June 9th and 10th, I believe.
I think so.
And if you just go to Travels with Delaney, no, I'm sorry. If you go to twdcampout.com, you can make reservations now. For those of you who maybe been to a camp out before, I don't want you to get caught off guard, because when you get there and book it, you're going to say, those are the most expensive campsites I've ever booked.
But we're doing it a little different.
Yes.
Because there's so many of our friends that come, they say, how can we help? Because they want to help us out. So we changed it up a little bit.
That's right. So when you book, your price that you'll see, I believe it starts at $260 and $270, depending on what site. It's going to give you 2 nights of camping at Happy Acres. There's going to be a dessert party on Friday night. That's always our welcome. We're changing it up this year. We're doing a dessert party, campfire for Friday night.
Yep.
Saturday morning, we're going to have the world famous Tom's Donuts and Bob's Mug Coffee.
Yep.
We'll have, I think this year we're planning some activities in the afternoon, like games and
Right. Maybe going to our state park.
we have a state park if anybody wants to go hike.
Mhm.
Saturday night, we're having a full meal catered in,
Right.
and we'll have live entertainment once again. And then Sunday morning,
The kilt comes out.
the kilt comes out, the pancakes go on the grill along
Yep.
with the sausage. And so all of that is included in the price. Angie at Happy Acres is taking care of all that. So you'll book through them.
I think we might even have like a cornhole tournament.
We were thinking
Something
maybe have
fun.
some cornhole, and
With some
I've been
prizes.
eyeing this axe throwing
Mm.
game at Costco.
He envisions himself in his kilt galore,
Yep.
throwing axes.
They're actually plastic and a plastic target, but I know Angie just went into a liability panic right now. It's just like, Patrick's breaking out axes. Oh,
Well,
boy.
near us in some small little towns, they've got in their restaurants
Oh yeah.
this axe throwing thing, because my friends have gone and said it is a blast. So yeah, looks like fun.
Yeah, so we got that plan. I'm sure there's going to be a fall camp out at Happy Acres, but you don't really need a camp out if you want to swing by.
We're going to be there most
and you
likely.
can always shoot us
Oh,
an
yeah.
email and say, hey, will you guys be around August 14th? And
Mhm.
we'll let you know if we're going
Right.
to be. And we'd love for to hang out. So
Sure.
I think that's going to be the nice thing, is being there all summer. And
Right.
the other thing is we're going to do differently is with our videos. In the past, we've filmed our travels, but just about every RVer.
Yeah, so it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be different.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to it.
Patrick.
I'm the show
So-
guy.
Yeah.
These were the guys I talked to in the parking lot this morning.
Yeah. You want to join us on a live stream?
Love to.
Come
All
on
right, come
over.
on.
Let's get you mic'd up.
Love
All
to.
right. So we never know who's coming and going. This is
There
exciting.
you go.
Let's get Matt's mic turned
There
up.
you go.
And so this is Matt, the man behind the entire show, I
Oh.
hear.
I kind of am. Actually, yeah.
Ooh.
I'm actually,
Pull that just a little bit.
I am actually with the State RV Association. So I work on behalf of all the manufacturers
Okay.
that are represented here at the show. And I work on behalf of all the dealers that are here at the show. And I got started late 2012. And so this is my 11th Fort Wayne RV and camping show in my 11th year with Barton Lake. And I have to tell you, I'm a little biased.
Yeah.
They're good people. They sell a great product and they're wonderful to work with. So
We agree.
I spend a lot of time in this booth and I do what I can to help them.
Right.
put their best foot forward and put more RVs out on the road.
Mhm.
Yeah, we were just talking to Kyle. I said, how long have you guys been coming to the show? And he says, it has to be at least 20 years because he says he remembers when he was a little kid running around here.
It's been at least 20 years.
Yeah.
I've only been around for 11 of those, but they are one of the original dealers,
Yep.
established dealers, and again, I'm a little partial,
Right.
but
Sure.
one of my better dealers here. 'Cause they have great products.
So let's, since you kind of represent dealers and manufacturers, how's the industry looking going into 2023?
Industry is actually looking really good. Enthusiasm for camping and RVing and the lifestyle is as high as it's ever been before. I think a lot of us in the industry were a little tentative toward the end of last year, heading into 2023. But I have to tell you, our RV shows have been just out of sight. Sales remain strong. We saw double-digit growth for so many years there, and then of course we hit that high water mark with the COVID.
Right.
We couldn't keep up.
Right.
So sales hit an all-time record in 2021 with over 600,000 units sold.
That's crazy.
Wow.
And numbers came out actually just about a week and a half ago. We were right just shy of 500,000. So numbers are still good.
Right.
They've just leveled off.
I think people, that's the thing. Anytime, any type of business, when things are good and then you go back to closer to normal, people are like, oh, it's bad. No, it's not bad. We had some really good results for a year or two.
That is exactly what we're experiencing.
Yeah, and you're not going to keep those long term as long as we don't dip way down. But I tell you, I don't know what you normally see on a Saturday morning here, but this looks really busy.
I'll tell you what we're seeing. I actually just spent a few minutes with the general manager of this building.
Okay.
She came and chatted with me just before we opened the doors, and she said, "Did you see your crowd outside?" I said, "Yeah, I peeked out the door." We haven't seen a crowd waiting to get into the show like this since well before the pandemic. We're looking for 6,000 people through the door today,
Wow.
and I'm certain we'll hit that.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was shocked. I mean, we've only been here 35 minutes since they
And
opened the
it's
doors,
busy.
and it is super busy, which is great.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
dealers, manufacturers, and
Yeah, it is great. We see a good mix of buyers early in the week. So people come out on Thursday or Friday that are looking to buy. They know what they want. They come out to beat the crowd. So we came out of the gate on Thursday with great sales.
Oh, wow.
Friday's real good too, and then of course over the weekend the traffic gets even better because the kids aren't in school.
Sure.
Families are out. So we'll stay busy like this all day long, and then we'll see another good day tomorrow.
yeah. And tonight you're going to be open till 8 p.m. Tomorrow reopen at 11 and be here till 5.
Yes.
And I think I got this numbers right, but $12 for an adult. Bring the whole family for 25.
Yes.
With 2 adults and up to 3 kids, 25 bucks get you in the door.
Absolutely.
And we were talking earlier.
Yes.
This is, everybody talks about the Tampa RV show, and don't get me wrong.
It's
There's nothing
great, I'm
wrong with
sure.
Tampa. Super big, little pricey, really big crowds. Although you got a pretty
This
good
is
crowd
pretty
here
big
today.
crowd, yeah.
But the fact that you can come out in early February in Indiana, where it's 18 degrees outside, come in here, look at how many roughly RVs are there inside?
About 175.
175
Wow.
RVs to look
That's a
at.
lot.
Bring the whole family for 25 bucks. Have a nice afternoon, and either find your first RV, maybe your next RV, or at least get you thinking about RV.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You also have up front. We always talk about the RVs, but right up front when people enter, you have a nice little section of vendors.
Mm-hmm.
And I apologize, I have not been up there. I come straight to the booth both days. You want to tell us maybe like what will people find when they first enter the door?
Just inside the door, we have a number of campgrounds and camping related suppliers and exhibitors. So this show is actually owned and run by the State RV Association, which I help run.
Right.
So many of the campground exhibitors here are also members of the association. So, I had mentioned earlier that we hold these shows to support our manufacturers and our dealers, but we also represent the state's private campgrounds here in Indiana. So most of the campground booth exhibitors up here are also members of the association. Because of our proximity, we also pull a lot in from Michigan.
Okay.
So since we're the Indiana Campground and RV Association, they aren't members of ours, but they know a good show.
Right.
Mhm.
So they like being here.
And I'm guessing there's probably some dealers that wished you had more floor space because they like to be a part. That's how popular this
Yes.
show is.
I'm glad that you said that. I actually had 2 dealers that could not get into this show here yesterday begging.
Yeah.
Wanted
They're like,
to know,
can we put our deposit check
wanted to
down?
know
for
what they could get in. And actually, I tell you something that's interesting too. One of the two was a guy that I talked to a couple of months ago from Ohio.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And so, he's not part of the
Sure.
Indiana Association,
Right.
but again, he wants to come over and he wants to be a part of this show too. So he was here to try to sweet talk his way into next year.
Yeah, I bet.
I bet so.
We can let you go. If you
Yes.
need
Actually, this is probably a pretty important one that
Yeah,
I do
to.
need to
Thank
take.
you
But
so much for
Thank
stopping
you.
by.
thanks for having me. I
You're
appreciate it. I appreciate you
Yeah.
being here. Have a good time. And if
We
there's anything
will.
we can do for you, let us know.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.
That was awesome. See, this is why I
You're
said
welcome.
you just never know who we're going to find here at the RV show. And so stay with us on this live stream. I know this could be a
Thank you.
long live stream.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Great show, by the way.
Thank you.
They do a great job of this show every year. And I know for a fact there are RV dealerships, which Matt just confirmed,
Yes.
that one in here.
Yeah.
But you have Barton Lake RV, who has been a staple
And
of
they
this
have
show.
a huge,
Yeah.
I guess, footprint here, as Barton Lake does. So yeah.
And trust me, Barton Lake
cool.
is not giving up any square
No.
footage, nor should they. So, oh man, Angie said hi to Matt, and so
There we go.
I didn't see your comment,
we
Angie. I
didn't.
would have told him we
Sorry.
said hi. So, but yeah, so that was exciting. That was an unplanned. We still have at some point, if I just hope they have time, we still have to get our friend Steve over
Yes.
here.
He was walking by quickly a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I think they are just swamped. In fact, I'm going to see if I can get into this with my phone. Even if I can't get you into trailers, I would love to at least show you what these crowds are looking
It
like.
is. It's like a steady stream. We're
but-
just sitting here, and it's just a lot of people coming around the corner,
Yeah,
and
but,
people having to wait to get in and look at rigs and so forth. It's packed.
but here's the thing: if you're thinking about coming out today, don't
I
let
would
that
come out
dissuade
later.
you. Yeah, probably if you I
Well,
think
this is the opening, so give it some time. People are going to want to go get some dinner. Maybe come out later.
we're gonna see. We have never done this to where we send me off on a separate device.
This is interesting. Yeah.
This is. I will be honest. This is very interesting. So we're gonna.
So
we're
before
gonna
you
try
head out,
this.
is there anything I need to know here, honey?
Well, I will. Hold on one second.
And I see Linda. She's has her reservation for May 5th, honey.
Linda's coming all the way to
Yeah.
Indiana.
Yeah, that'll be great. Awesome. Can't wait.
See,
Oh, and I think it's Angie. I assume she wants you to get the golf cart.
yeah,
It's a cutie.
It's a cutie, but
it's a cutie thing.
$4,000,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to get another job. Okay, it looks like. Okay,
Yeah, Mark. Thanks, Mark.
Is Mark volunteering?
I wish I could bring Mark in and have split screen with me. Oh, here we go, guys. It's gonna be all me. I don't know about this. Tracy, what do you want to know about that? Just put it over here. Question. I'll answer it. Pretty much.
Yeah,
I got some inside stories, I'm sure. So, oh my gosh, Phil and Judy, we saw you guys were in Hawaii. That's awesome. When you posted that, guess where we're going, and some comment said basically, 8-hour flight, you must be going to Hawaii. And I'm like, we must be in Hawaii. How you doing, baby? You hooked up yet? I see your head.
Well, I am. I was hoping to switch my camera
We
to
can't
the
hear you.
back.
I can't hear you. So he's trying to get it hooked up. So I'll just keep rambling. So
You can't
Yeah.
hear me?
it's
you hear
fun
me?
here. It's kind of hopping. Can't hear you, hun. So
It says
well, that's
you should.
cool. I've never been to Hawaii. Patrick's sister and brother-in-law went to Hawaii. They loved it. So they had a great time. So hopefully, I'm glad you guys get to go and have fun. Oh, Shelly, Randy, you want Randy to come? I think you should come. There's so much to see, and it just comes in waves, as you know, and you got to be patient. But I think, we just opened the doors here, and it's already starting to get a little congested here.
All right. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
I cannot hear you. This is fun. There we go.
Okay. So
Okay, wait.
let me try.
They can hear you. I
Okay.
can't hear you.
All right. Well, I can hear
Thank
you,
you, Randy.
Patty. So let's go for a walk here. I'm going to turn my camera. So
Nice
I'm going to start over here. And this is is our next RV, possibly. Okay, we're gonna say possibly. Look at the storage on this. Isn't that nice? But let's just go out here and wander around. This is how busy the show is already. And there's been a steady stream through here ever since they opened the doors at 11 a.m. Right, Patty? Oh, Patty can't hear me. That's interesting that Patty can't hear me. This is like a normal day in our house. Don't tell her I said that.
I heard that.
Oh, you heard that, huh?
I can hear you just slightly.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Just keep going.
All right. There you go. All right. Let's see if we can't get into something. Here's one. This is a Bullet Ultralight, 6,300 pounds. Says it's a couples coach. Look at this. Show price $39,989. List MSRP of $56,000. That is a good discount. Oh, Patty, I like this one. Looky here. Oh my, Papa likey.
It is pretty.
So, yeah, isn't that nice? So we got a couch here. We've got 2 chairs. We have my favorite. You know, I love the old Tower of Power. You got your outlets and your USBs. This is nice. I like this. It's a gray interior, Patty. And yeah, and Patty, just so you know, I cannot see any comments from people. So if there's questions or people, okay, so you'd have to relay those.
Yep, I'm looking at the comments.
Walk-through bathroom. We have a walk-through bathroom. Now, yesterday when I was on Instagram Live, I was in a trailer that had this pattern. I would be curious to know what people think. My first thought was, yikes, but it's kind of growing on me. Can you see that?
It's different.
Yeah, it's very modern. What's that?
Is it soft?
No, it's just the wall. It's like a wallpaper.
It's pretty.
But you can see here. I don't know if anybody knows this.
What was the price on that one?
$39,900.
$39,900.
Look at this. Laundry chute. You put your laundry basket under there. Yeah. So not bad. And again, at 6,000 pounds, 6340 it says. Right. I don't see any link. This is it's a long trailer. I'm not going to lie. So if you're looking for something shorter, I'm going to have to keep walking here because that one's a big one. But let's say,
how long is it, Patrick?
I don't know. It's long.
Okay.
It's long. I don't know. But here, like they have everything here. Here's like one that's 3,760 pounds for a show price of 18,470. Little hideout. But here's that big board I was telling you about. These are all 2022 models that Barton Lake RV has. They're not here. They're back at the lot, but they're marked down on clearance just because we've got to get rid of the 22s. They got all these 23s. So if you don't mind, if you don't mind last year's. So here's that couples coach I was saying. This is a 22 MLS. MSRP of 53,919. They're selling this for 37,743.
That's crazy.
I know. And Steve told me this particular unit they got from a Canadian dealership. Somebody had special ordered it. It has dual pane windows in it, which is like a $1,400 upgrade. So whoever buys this is going to get unbelievable deal. And that was the trailer last year we did a video on that we called the Hot Couples Camper. So.
Hey, your cousin Adam wants to know if you can walk through the hideout or show the Cougar 22 MLS if you can, the new Cougar 22 MLS. So
let's go into, let me see if I can get into this hideout. So this hideout again is 18,470, weighs 3,760 pounds unloaded. It's going to have a east-west bed, but this would not be hard to get in and out of. All right.
No, it looks like there's some room on the end there, isn't there, babe? There
is. When you look right here on the end. Yeah.
Sure.
You've got a cabinet. You've got a cabinet right up here. You could have some hanging clothes. Yeah. We've got a dinette, so you could make this into a bed for a child or two, a small child. Sure. Over here we have a small kitchen sink with a 2-burner stove. Now there's no oven in here, but you do have the microwave.
But we took the oven out of our lamps, so
who needs an oven, right? Forget making the dinette. You have bunks in this trailer.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, you got a big 6 cubic foot gas electric refrigerator, and then right back here,
bathroom. Sure.
and yep, it's porcelain toilet, little sink.
Awesome.
Here's your shower, 38-inch step-in shower.
Everything you need.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty nice RV when you consider for 18,000. So
there you go, Adam.
All right, which RV did you want me to go to next?
So the Cougar 22 MLS.
That one we don't have here at the show. That one's up at the lot. The clearance one.
It says the brand new one. Yep.
Oh, I can take you into the brand new fifth wheel, the one that we were talking about earlier.
Take us in there.
Okay,
hey,
so this.
While you're walking over there, do you know, did that hideout have solar?
I think it did.
Okay.
I think it did.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that does. Although that is a 2022, so it might not. But anyway, so this is the brand new Cougar 23 MLE. This is the one we really like. This is the one that is based upon that 22 MLS travel trailer. Right. And so basically what they did was they just kind of reinvented that travel trailer to make this one. And so here's your bathroom. You have your queen size bed. This has 2 slide outs on it. Go ahead. Oh, you want to come up here? All right. And here you've got a dinette, 40-inch TV. The whole back wall is kitchen. I mean, we always talk about how RVs never have enough counter space.
That counter space is amazing. Double
deep farmhouse sink, which I prefer the double.
Yep.
Stove, oven, 12-volt refrigerator. I love the 12 volts because then you lose the metal coils, gives you a lot more room.
Right
there's where I'm going to be parking myself if we ever buy one of these. But look at this is crazy. Remember, this is a 28-foot fifth wheel. Look at this pantry.
I saw it.
Like, do you know how many shoes, Patty, you could put in here?
Like, a lot.
I wouldn't
have to worry. I could take whatever I wanted. I know. I heard this joke.
And then you have this little area here. You could make like a coffee bar, or better yet, we could turn it into like an actual bar. We could make martinis, margaritas, things like that. And I think now I can get up here to the bedroom. So here's your bedroom, queen size bed, a slide out for the wardrobe, which just gives you walking space.
This was cool.
You've got, look at this, all the hanging clothes, Patty. You could bring dresses because it's nice and long. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then look at these drawers. You get 3 of these massive. I can bring more than 2 pairs of underwear. Nobody wanted to hear that. So, yeah. So this has got a lot of storage, and the bed does lift up. Look at that. So tons of storage.
On there from Gary, do you have any fifth wheels with colors here? Do you know? Do you remember seeing any?
Say that one more time. Fifth wheels with what?
Toy
fifth
hauler.
Wheels with what?
Toy hauler.
There probably are in some other booths, but Barton Lake does not have any.
The other dealers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Unfortunately, Barton Lake RV does not have any toy haulers.
Thanks, Mark.
So, and you can see how busy it is here today.
It is crazy. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So
lots of folks here checking things out. Yeah, the almonds are killing me.
I could probably be persuaded to go to the almond booth for you.
That would be fun. Yeah. Mark thinks with the bigger trailer, you wouldn't need any underwear since you have your kilt.
So you can have a full party in here. There are currently about 8 or 9 people in a 28-foot fifth wheel. So it tells you how much open floor space there is. I really want to take you to another fifth wheel. I just don't know if I can get in one. Oh,
he's going behind me. There he goes. The roving RV reporter. He's on to another section.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so for $10,000 more, because that last fifth wheel was $49,000. Look at this one. So you got table and chairs, theater seating, couch, fireplace, television right across from theater seating. oven, stove, microwave. This one actually has the
little
400
island is
watt.
cool.
The island is really nice. I
Mhm.
love these fixtures. Can you see those?
Beautiful.
And they're
Yeah.
they're plastic, so you don't have to worry about them
Mhm.
breaking.
Well, for weight too, I'm sure.
Yeah, and this one has what I started to say was this one has the 400-pound solar package, 400 watt solar package
There
on
you
it.
go.
So it's going to have it's going to have that inverter. It's going to have the lithium batteries. So this is $49,000. Now this trailer does weigh almost 9,000 pounds unloaded, but look at it. This is literally like a butler's pantry
That's cool. Yeah.
in a fifth wheel. Yeah.
Right.
I don't know how many feet this one is. It's definitely longer than 28 feet. I will tell you that. So
It's beautiful.
this one, yeah, and this one does have obviously a bedroom and a bathroom, but I guess that's a given, right?
Okay. Hey, hon.
All right,
Can you
all
hear
right.
me?
I can.
Hey, Patrick,
I'm gonna. Yes,
can you hear me, hon?
yes, I can.
Okay.
Can you hear?
Question from Mark.
Can you
Are
hear
lithium
me?
batteries becoming standard?
With the Keystone line, I believe they are. So
Cool. He's back. I see him. You know what I figured out, hon? Your sound isn't coming through my headset, but if I take one ear off, I can hear it through the computer. So I had to figure that out. I figured it out. I could hear you. Good enough. He's back.
oh, okay, I'm back. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. I felt bad because I don't want to. Some people don't want to be on camera. Patty, I was stuck.
Stuck?
I'm stuck. I'm telling you, there was like 8 or 9 people in there in the fifth wheel we like.
Oh my gosh.
So let's think about this. We could have the Milinarskis in there.
Yeah.
We could be in there. We could have the Ubers in there. We could have the whole camp out in our trailer apparently.
Absolutely.
So, all right. That was fun.
I wished
it wasn't so busy so I could show you more. But right now the show is super, super busy.
Right. I think they're going to be selling a lot of rigs.
Yeah, and I would love to get more guests over here, but I'm afraid to steal them because
I think they're just with customers.
They're just with customers. I mean, there's just so many people here right now, and with asking questions, and which is great. I mean, that's what we want. I wish the porters would stop back so we could get them on.
Well, and it came up, but I wasn't able to get to her quick enough. I think your boss Heidi's looking for you.
Heidi's here?
Yeah, she was wondering which booth you're in. So I don't know if we can get back to
Okay.
the text message. And
it wasn't on here.
no, it came up as a text.
Okay.
So
Am I in trouble?
I don't know. You do. Oh my gosh. Lots of fun.
Or maybe we're going to get Heidi into a new RV today. Actually, I don't know if you know this, Patty. Heidi owned an RV for quite a while.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, her and Matt had a seasonal site, and I think they finally did sell it because they just weren't getting to use it enough.
Oh, yeah, I can believe that.
So anybody got questions? And I do apologize that I can't get out right now and show you more, but I just don't want to get in people's way while they're trying to look.
Yeah, they're trying to look. Absolutely.
Jim says, I do like the rear kitchen and the counter space in the 23 MLS. Too much for our Silverado, but yeah, and that's the one thing I would say is I forget who was talking, if it was Cam, about this being half ton. Here's what I will tell you, because I'm going to tell you guys straight, and I think he would too, and maybe it wasn't Cam, but whoever it was, when it says half ton towable, you need to run the numbers yourself, because that's assuming your half ton meets all the check marks.
Right.
And where you're going to have issues, and a good example is our Tundra had 9,900 pound tow capacity. This fifth wheel can be loaded to 9,900 pounds. So check. But this fifth wheel has a 1,500 plus pound tongue weight. That's going into the bed of your truck. Payload capacity on our Tundra was only 1,300 pounds. Right. So we would be 200 pounds over before Patty and I even crawl in the truck. So like our half ton could not have. On the other hand, there may be some half ton trucks out there that have, let's say, a 2,000 pound payload capacity.
Mm-hmm.
But again, you're going to be really pushing it. We would not have that issue.
No, not
we have a
not with
3,500 pound payload capacity.
That's why we bought Indy, planning ahead just for future. Not that we're doing anything.
Truman just texted and said, does that mean he can have more treats so he won't have to worry about being overweight? So
yeah, but because things might be changing in the next couple of years with our job situation, and we're still kind of thinking about what we want to do, and maybe working more remotely and different things. But yeah, you never know. So this time we were trying to think your headers. Because we're not so good at that.
Yeah, and this might be it. It might. I'll tell you. There's, and we're today focusing on Keystone because we are guests at the Barton Lake RV booth, and we have owned a Keystone, so we like Keystone.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some. Obviously, if you come here, you're going to be able to look at a lot of different units, and a Jim's on. Yeah. I love Jim's trailer.
Oh, it's beautiful. That would be if we could have the sitting area like he has in ours. I think. Yeah, we really like that sitting area that you guys have. So
Angie or Kevin.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's Angie, but it might be both of them on the computer right now. Angie says that 22 MLS would make a great rental camper at the campground.
It sure would.
It would. Or Angie, honestly, the 22 MLS, the clearance trailer, not the fifth wheel. That was what I was going to say. Is I think that would make it
right.
It's a great couples camper.
Yep.
If you remember last year, I did a thumbnail with like flames coming out of it, and I said hot couples camper.
Yes, you did.
We really like that. And in fact, you know what we should do? I don't know. I'm trying to see.
Pull it up?
Well, I was no. I was going to see if. I was going to say, I don't know if Angie wants to join us. Angie, do you want to join us online? Because I can send you the link.
Oh.
We'd love to get you in here if you want.
She's
but
like,
then she may still be sitting in her pajamas sipping coffee this morning. They were out partying last night. And
she's probably chilling out.
So
I don't blame her.
But yeah. Wow. Patty, are you as amazed as I am at how busy the show is today?
It's just once we heard the announcement that they're opening the doors, it was just all of a sudden just busy.
I almost think next year, if we do this, we're going to come on Friday night and live stream.
Right.
I don't know if it was this busy last night.
I don't know. And I don't know if it'll settle down as the day goes too, because, it's morning time.
And it could be. It could level up.
Now.
People got to eat, right?
Yeah, you got to go eat. So.
We're going to have to eat at some point. I don't know if I can get Dan over here. Dan?
Well, and Steve walked by when you were talking just a few minutes ago, and I don't know if he said he'd be right back.
Okay.
So I couldn't quite tell what he said.
I see Dan. Dan's pretty focused, but I don't know.
People liked your roving RV reporter.
Did they? I could
boot up with Bay Sharp.
Yeah. I'm glad it worked.
Yeah.
And I realized why you can't hear me because this is a separate unit.
Yes.
So you could hear me here.
I could hear. I figured it out because I'm like, I hear him somewhere. Where is he?
If we get a little bit of a lull again, I can take you back out because there are some other really nice floor plans here. And like I said, what's great is they have.
She's ready. I said, okay, send it.
Okay, let me send it. And let's see here.
All right.
I'm going to do this. We're going to get Angie on here. We're going to talk campground again.
Oh, campground talk.
Wow.
Campground talk.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
I got to find Angie's.
She's got to be in there.
I know.
Patty,
keep talking.
I'm just trying to.
Are you speechless? Patty is speechless.
Hey, if I had some little kids in front of me and I could jibber jabber. Yeah. So.
I'm working on it.
Now I can't see Boo.
Oh, sorry. I'm efforting. That's lingo for this. Meaning
you're
I'm trying.
You're trying.
I'm efforting.
I don't know.
For those of you here in the Midwest, today we've got a pretty big game this afternoon.
And I've seen a lot of folks walking by with the rival shirts on. Even so much that one said beat blank, like the other team beat. I'm like, ooh, we got some rivals here.
Okay, now I think I can do this. For some reason,
There we go.
we're gonna.
Figured it out.
That's not what I want.
Nope.
Okay, let's try this.
Try it again.
Okay, so we're gonna do.
Oh my. Technology's never my friend.
Technology.
I'm always looking for the youngest.
I have to
teachers
tell
help
you,
me.
Patty, considering this is the first time we have ever done this,
Uh-huh.
I think we're holding our own.
You think so?
Okay, Angie, I think I sent that to you. If not, we're gonna have a complete stranger
That would be interesting.
joining the live stream.
Hello. Who are you?
Yeah. I can tell you. Did she get it? Oh boy, I did
You
send it.
send it to the wrong
Okay,
one.
hold on.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Well, you can't take it back, evidently.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
Try it again.
Angie, I should have just said. You know, I'm thinking somebody gets this link, they're going to think it's a scam and they won't do
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
So, okay, Angie, it's to you. I should have just had you text me. I just didn't have your number in my laptop, which is where we're streaming from. So anyway, I was going to tell you guys a funny story if you want to hear it. So a couple of years ago, there was a YouTuber that was using StreamYard like we do.
Yeah.
And he just threw the link into the comment section and said, hey, if anybody wants to join me, that's not a good idea.
No.
He had somebody in the chat that was like a troll.
I bet.
And when he turned his camera on, he was naked.
Mm-hmm.
And it was live.
Yeah.
So that's why
Wasn't
we
it
don't
like-
that's why we don't just throw the link up in,
Was it like
in-
someone's boom boom?
no, it was their
shot?
front.
Oh, the front.
Yeah,
Frontal shot.
Full frontal.
Oh, there's the porter.
Where they at?
They're on the other side of the screen there. They're coming around.
We're gonna get okay, so Angie should have the link, so
Yep.
she should
Hi, Yuki.
she should be coming. You know what? I can get another mic for Val.
Your dad put us on the big screen.
You gonna join us on air? All right.
I'm in witness protection.
Here. You guys sit here, take those. I'll get another headset going.
She's like, oh no. Come on over. I got a headset for somebody. Maybe someone can use that one. We got one more
What
set
else
to
you gonna
dig
do?
out.
Did you buy an
There you
RV?
go.
Hey!
No.
Just about.
Oh,
Come on in. Company.
Yeah.
We got company.
Yeah. no, I'll put you on here.
No.
You don't want to come on and talk?
Come on,
talk
don't let us
seasonals, or-
do anything.
Get your microphone for you.
Oh, there
Patty
it is.
goes, Heidi's looking for you. I'm looking through the comments. She goes, no, it's on a text message. I said, oh. I said, am I in trouble?
Hi.
She's like, Heidi's here to tell me, I hope you enjoy selling RVs because that's what you're going to have to do from now on. Because there's been cutbacks.
There you go.
There's been cutbacks in the hospitality program. We don't need you. Actually, that's a lie. That would not be true.
Well, you guys have fun.
Thanks.
Have you been here a while, or
Oh, just about half an hour. We're just wondering.
are you're still wandering? Stop back before you leave.
She's like, oh no.
Yeah,
Oh
really.
dear, yeah.
All right. Let's see here. All right, now can
Can
we
you
push that
see?
back just a little bit?
Don't knock
Not
their
that
plant
anybody really
over.
needs to see me.
Just don't knock their plant.
Here, we'll scoot. Is that better?
There.
You see, babe, get in there.
Yeah.
Slide in there.
Hey, there we go. We're all in. So we are here with Bill and Val Porter, and you know I've talked about them before on live streams or in videos probably.
Yeah.
This is the guy that hooked us up with the e-bike trip.
Yes.
That worked amazing. by the way.
Perfect.
I had the same issue you know, I had my tonneau cover on
Yeah.
the truck, and everybody else puts them in those big stand-up bins, and that's fine.
Right.
If you got rid of put them. But I didn't want to go down the road with the tonneau cover on. So I started thinking about it, started measuring, and I figured out that if you collapse everything down,
Right.
I could close the tonneau cover,
Yeah.
and then we had to figure, well, how are we going to get them in?
Kept talking trays or
Yeah.
something.
Right.
Yeah. So we just got those trays, those washing machine trays.
Washing machine
Sure.
trays.
Yeah.
Like it was so simple. It
Yeah.
was
I mean,
brilliant.
You know,
Like,
for $70, you had 2 trays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so what I did was I went and bought one because apparently I didn't
Yeah.
fully trust you. I don't know.
Well, you were right.
Honestly,
You were right.
No, honestly, I was like, maybe is this going to fit our bikes? I wasn't
Well,
sure
yeah.
because,
Right. Yeah.
and the minute we got home and I threw it on there, I was like, we gotta go back
Yeah.
because this is brilliant.
Now, the
Oh,
only
yeah.
thing we haven't done yet is to put like a rope on when it goes clear to the back.
Right.
That way you can just grab the rope.
Grab
and
it.
pull
Oh, that's a good
Yeah,
idea.
that is a
I
good
got
idea.
a little hook thing I use and grab it and I pull them
Sure.
But we
That's
just
a
put
good
little
idea.
Yeah, put a
handle
little
on
rope
it.
or something on there, and you can just pull it right out.
Yeah.
And what I ended up doing was we just had some old pillows.
Yeah, yeah.
I just threw some old pillows to kind of, because we went all the way to Florida with
Oh,
those things
Yeah.
back
You need to
there.
protect
Yeah,
it.
in between the folds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just to kind of.
Have
I
some
was
cushion.
honestly, I was really worried about the derailleur.
Yeah.
It has
Mhm.
that metal piece to
Exactly.
protect it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's got and what we do is the
Some of
packing material that
Yeah,
is
some of the
shipped with.
packing foam.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
we put that in between there. Then you always take rags and stuff.
Yeah, just I mean, I
Sure.
had all kinds of stuff packed in there, but
Sure.
I told her when we got to Florida and I pulled them out, I go, well, this ought to be interesting.
And they're fine.
They were fun.
Yeah.
And so now we have a way to haul our e-bike because to have a perfect e-bike setting in your garage
And not
And
use
and you're afraid to
Kinda
scratch
sad.
it and
Yeah.
never use it, like so.
Let's
Well, he
use it.
scratched his within the first 2
I had to
weeks.
break it in.
Right.
Break it in.
It's
It's like-
broken in now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was last year we took them to Florida, but I had them in those containers.
Yep,
I
yep.
had to tarp them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Couldn't have my tonneau
No.
down, so all the
Right,
way to
right.
Florida, and then it started raining, and
Yeah, that's
it was just a
exactly right.
pain.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so now,
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
so you find anything today?
We're kind of looking at motorhomes.
Oh, you
Oh,
are.
nice.
Yeah.
Maybe size down a little.
We're,
Sure.
we're trying to retire this year.
So what are you thinking? Like Class C or a small Class A or
I'd like to,
B?
get a small Class A or Class C.
Okay.
Something 27 feet minimum, around 30 feet probably. 27 to 30 feet. in
Yeah.
that area.
Okay,
Stay away from. I don't really want to go to a diesel.
right.
And I've got a lot of them come with that 7.3 liter Ford engine,
Right.
which is what I have in my 350 right now. So
Right.
Yeah.
that's a great engine, and that'd be fine for us.
So have you found anything here or not quite what you're
I
looking
didn't
for?
see exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. It's going to be kind of tough. Those going to be one of those things where you have to make your list, what you got to have, and then
You can do without.
Then you can,
Yep.
you can do without.
Right.
So,
Yep.
Yeah.
well, you've been through this process
Oh,
though.
several
That's
times.
yeah,
Several
exactly.
times.
It's
Yeah.
like we did a podcast with Jim and Abe, and Jim made a comment that he goes, "You don't know what you don't know,"
Exactly.
and it was in reference to how you can do all the research in the world, thinking I'm going to buy one RV and it's going to be the perfect RV, but until you actually get out there and use it, you just don't know.
No.
Yeah,
And
use
what
it, see it.
I've decided, and what works for us, is I find exactly what I want, and then I buy what she wants.
Right there, you go.
So,
Perfect.
Yeah.
I just need cargo carrying capacity for Patty's 400 pair of shoes. That's,
Oh,
that's
that's
the
the
main-
joke
There
right
you
Yeah.
go.
now, yeah.
It's
Har,
actually
har.
350, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have Angie from Happy
Yeah.
Acres Campground.
Hi,
Hi, Angie.
We'll be seeing you.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I heard you're coming. Are you coming Cinco de Mayo
Yeah.
weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yep,
you
sure.
kind of
Yeah.
bartered us into going.
Yeah, did I? Did I have to twist your arm? What was
Not
it?
really.
Well, we are breaking out the margarita. I don't know if you know that.
Oh,
We
well.
own and I don't think Angie knows this.
Hey,
Patty and I own a Jimmy Buffett margarita, one of those
Oh,
fancy
wow.
margaritas.
Really?
It makes perfect margaritas
We even have
every time.
two
Pitchers.
pictures.
So we can
Oh,
we'll
so
have
you're
that. We
going.
can
All right.
fire that bad
I
boy.
think we can find a picture.
Oh yeah, or two.
Or
yeah.
two, yeah.
My son-in-law has got a blender, a margarita blender with gas collar.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Take it out like on
He
a
calls
boat or
it
something.
Rita.
and-
Rita, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So
She's
It looks
already
beautiful
cringing.
look,
there.
yeah. So Angie, go ahead. Tell us what the temperature is in sunny Key West, Florida.
Oh, I actually don't know, but I'm guessing it's probably around 75 and sunny.
Oh, nice.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear.
Yeah, we can. What we're having to do it for some reason we're having to
Just
hear.
take off one ear and you can hear.
Oh, okay.
Is that what it is?
Because it's pretty loud through
No, it's
Okay.
fine.
So go ahead, say that one more time. We just didn't hear you. Everybody else did.
Yeah, I said I'm not exactly sure, but around 75 and sunny.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I
we
mean,
would
look how
take
she's
it.
dressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So Angie, the Porters are coming opening weekend. So
I know. I'm excited. Cinco
Yep,
de Mayo.
I got my email straightened out,
Yeah.
and I got my confirmation
We're
letter,
on
so we're
site
all good.
77.
77.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Yep, we're to always a good thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Always a good thing.
I tell you, and I know you had said this when you were up at the camp out in the fall. You had made the comment like, "We'll probably be back here."
Yeah,
Like
Oh, yeah.
you enjoyed Happy Acres.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
and it's so close.
I mean, not even 45 minutes.
Right.
Right.
I mean, we
Yeah.
have everything we need there, so yeah. I mean,
Bye, Mark. Have a good day.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good location,
Mhm.
and you know, whether you're local or like, so many people come to this area for like manufacturers and the RV museum.
Yeah.
And honestly, there's not necessarily a ton of places to camp over there in that part.
No.
I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
I won't start critiquing, but
Yeah.
I'm just going to say nothing as nice as Happy Acres.
Oh,
I don't
Right,
think.
yeah.
So,
And it's getting better.
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy how much they did in one
It
year.
is.
Do you remember it before they took over?
Well, we drove by
Drove
there
by
all
it
the
a
time.
lot,
Yeah.
thinking,
All the
ooh.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we all kind of drove by thinking, you know, that'd be a nice place. It's close. Then we drive by and it's like,
Yeah.
you know, but now,
Yeah,
It's
it looks-
beautiful.
Yeah,
Yes.
it looks a lot
Great.
different. Yeah. Cleaned up
So.
good.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're
It's
super excited.
Yeah.
a lot of work.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I
sure.
know.
Yeah.
We had, I don't know if you guys were on last Friday night when we like,
Yeah, we were.
so you heard when I was asking them what they were going to do next, and Kevin's like, we'd like to enjoy it. This
Yeah.
time."
I don't blame them. Yeah.
Yeah. Get to a point where you can
Right.
take a little breather.
and
Yes.
enjoy what you have instead of
Yeah,
work.
exactly. Not work so
Yeah.
bad.
But all that
Hard.
hard work definitely shows.
Oh yeah,
I mean, if anybody had seen it 2 years ago,
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, Stone alone, isn't it amazing what Stone can
exactly.
do? Just-
Oh yeah, yes, amazing.
Well, it looks like Tim Novak's going to be there Cinco de Mayo weekend. He's posted
oh,
right here. Tim.
yeah, Tim Nowak.
Yep.
All right, yay. Well, yeah, that'll be fun.
Bye, Phil
Lot
and
of-
Judy. Have fun in Hawaii. They said the beach is calling their name. So
Boy, some people have it tough.
Yeah,
yeah, I
We
know.
got, we got Angie's down in Key West. We got Phil and Judy in Hawaii,
Yep.
and you're stuck here with me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Still working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So awesome.
So on the new RV front, will that just be? It's not like I have to have one today.
No.
It's just a slow,
Yeah.
kind of like we are doing. Take
Well,
your time.
Yeah.
Well, it's the last time we sold a camper, our very first full-size camper. 'Cause we had a
Well, we
pop-up.
bought the Imagine.
Yeah, we had an Imagine, and we were at a campsite, and we went and looked at this grand design, and came back. We talked about. We said, let's just go ahead and put ours up for sale. It was toward the end of the season. We had 2 other campouts planned, and if we sell it, that was right back when COVID was starting, 2021, right?
Right.
And we figured, well, it's going to take a while to get one, so we would have all winter if we ordered it. No big deal. So went back and I put it up on Facebook Marketplace, and the guy at work says, "You selling your camper?" I said, "Yeah." Well, the next weekend he bought it.
Oh.
Oh wow.
So I'm on the phone calling the dealer, giving him $500 over the phone to hold my camper so he can get up there and get it, because campers are selling as fast as they
Right.
can make them.
Yeah.
And so it just happened that quick.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Sounds like us.
Sounds like how it happened with
And
Carl.
we made a good deal.
Yeah.
I
Right.
mean, it was quick.
Mhm.
And so we had a brand new camper in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, we weren't even really looking this last time. I mean, we were talking. You know how you're kind of like you guys are doing. You're kind of talking, but we honestly didn't think we were going to buy when we did. And I don't know. It was just one thing. Like Mark calls me and says, "I know I said 2 years, but if you want to sell it, we'll buy it today." Oh, so then that kind of gave me the liberty to look. Yeah. And then next thing I know, PJ's like, "Well, I have this one."
Yeah.
And I remember spending 4 hours one afternoon. We went back and forth.
Yep.
And I think at one point I said, "I'm going to call PJ and tell her we're going to just keep our tab."
Yep.
And
Yeah.
then 2 minutes later, before I could call PJ, Mark calls and said, "Just to let you know, I'm all set with the credit union. I'm not that you have to sell it, but." And I said to her, "I go,
Well,
what?
we're back on.
Let's just do it." So,
Yeah.
and we haven't regretted it. We've loved our land. So.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
nice campers. They really are.
I am kind of jealous of what Angie and
Yes.
Kevin have. Actually, they have 2 campers, and I'm jealous of both of them. So, Angie, I'll let you tell, and hopefully you'll be able to hear. You have to pull your headset
Yeah.
off just a little,
A little bit.
But let's
Okay.
pull this up.
Yep,
so you
pull
can
her
hear. Okay.
We do have 2. The very first one we got was a 76 GMC.
Oh yeah.
And so her name is Helen, and she's been completely remodeled, facelift, all the good stuff. So, and actually the last thing that needed done was the kitchen. So she's getting a new kitchen. We're kind of in the middle of that, but
Awesome.
we have is a Winnebago Rebel. So earlier,
Me.
you guys solar power and how awesome that is. It is because we actually drove. Oh, I should introduce her. She's Roxy, by the way. We drove Roxy to the concert last night. Her dogs with us, so they could just hang out in the parking lot
Oh, cool.
with the AC on and all
Yeah.
the that our dogs need while we went in and listened to the concert. So
That's cool.
Yeah, those smaller Class Bs and smaller Class Cs, you can take them about anywhere.
Yeah, that's the
what's
thing.
nice about it.
I mean, they could park on the street. Nobody even know they were in there.
Yeah.
I can
Because
pull it in my driveway and do what I have to do. It now. I can't take mine home and work on it unless I park it in the street. And I can only do that for a couple hours, or the neighbors and everybody's complaining. It seems like.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, I've heard rumors. Kevin said he's hoping maybe they'll get Helen out to the campground some.
Yes.
What a showpiece.
We're all curious. Yeah.
Yeah, they've got the GMC in the museum. The
Yeah.
RV museum. I don't know what year it is, but
They do. The last time I was there, it was the one that was like completely like customized. Is that the one you're talking? Black?
Yeah, I think it's kind of a
think so.
yellowish color, maybe.
Oh,
Light yellow.
okay. Yes, I don't think that's a GMC and or it's not an Eleganza. I'm not sure, but
Yeah,
they
it's one of the old ones.
Yeah.
they had inside that was completely customized. It had washer and dryer and all kinds of crazy.
Yeah, I think I remember that one.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
Yeah,
so you may get to see Helen.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah.
nice. That'd be
Although
nice.
although Roxy is usually parked at the campground.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
She
She's
lives
down right now though. She came to Florida with us.
There you
Yeah.
there.
go.
She's enjoying the sunshine.
Yeah.
Oh, I tell you what, I'm enjoying these 22-degree days.
Yeah.
I tell
Yeah.
you just
It's it's
there's nothing that says happiness like a toboggan and gloves, right?
Yeah.
it's frostbite.
Shoveling
Yeah.
snow.
You having to cover your mouth and your
Yeah.
nose. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, it's great.
Yeah.
I was going to go camping this weekend at Happy Acres, but would you believe they closed down?
You're
Darn.
kidding me.
I can't
I
believe
can't
it. Yeah.
believe it. Golly.
I can get
Locked.
Yes, the gate is locked because
Ah,
here's the funny thing. I told Patty last weekend, I'm like, we could ride over. We used to do this at Collins Bay
Yes.
when we were seasonal.
Right.
We just walk through,
Yeah.
usually gates you
Yeah.
can get
Yeah.
around. And I said, but I don't know what at Collins Bay, I knew what the security was, and I knew if they saw me, they wouldn't freak out.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know. For all I know, there's booby traps. I'm thinking maybe we better not. So
All of a sudden you get caught.
and we're
Yeah.
being arrested. I'm like, no, I'm travels with Delaney. They don't
They
care who you are.
know.
You're
Yeah.
trespassing.
You travels with the sheriff now.
Yeah, travels with the sheriff. So, well, we won't keep
Yeah,
you guys.
so
I'm
let
so
you
glad
go.
you took time.
Yeah.
When you went by the first time, I didn't catch you guys. I said, man, I sure hope Bill and Val's not back. I want to talk to them.
You
So,
got
Yeah.
too busy, so
no. We're never. I mean, we've never done this before. We've never live streamed from
No.
there. I didn't know who we might see. I didn't know.
Right.
I don't.
Have you heard from our friend Fitch?
He's home.
Is he?
He's home. I haven't heard.
They've come over before. I know.
Yeah.
Yep.
They
We were
came
over
last
last
year
year.
with us.
Yeah.
I see Wagner's that look like they're about ready to head out
They're
again.
camping.
Are they?
They're
Oh.
up in Michigan. Right now.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
like
Nice.
this cold camping.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cold.
Oh yeah. Uh,
But that's kind of like why we want a motorhome. We can just jump in and go.
Right.
yeah.
Where we keep ours, it's in a barn. That's a pole barn, and the guy takes real good care of it. So, I could say, we're coming out, start it up, warm it up for us. He'd go out and start it, warm it up.
He
for
would
us.
if we had
He
one
would,
out there. Yeah.
And so that's why we're really thinking about doing that.
I'm sure give it time. You'll find the perfect. Well, it'll be perfect
Yeah.
until it's not, right?
Right.
Right.
Perfect for her.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's important.
Some of the bells and whistles
Sure.
that we like.
Sure. Yeah.
Kitchen wise
Right.
and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, and it's always fun to look. too.
Oh yeah.
I almost, as exciting as it is when you get the new one, then it's almost like then it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you are excited when you
Oh,
get
yeah.
it. We
Well,
were,
it's
but
like the hunt.
the hunt.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
exactly.
something
Yeah.
about the
Mhm.
hunt that's fun.
Yeah.
Searching for the perfect one.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
So,
Yeah.
we are going to try. We're going to attempt to do something that, as far as I know, has never been done. Churro s'mores on May 5th.
Oh,
You ever made a s'more with churros?
Can't say that I have.
And we're going to attempt
We're gonna
it.
attempt it. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Check our insurance. Make sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
It will involve my Harbor Freight flamethrower. No, I'm joking.
Harbor
Well,
Freight.
it's gonna be
I just like to
interesting.
see how like
How
Angie's
your
Angie's thinking
reaction
we are going to
is.
have to
She's
up the liability insurance with Patrick around. So
No doubt.
they're really rethinking this whole.
Yeah, they're
like,
really
"What?"
seasonal. Yeah.
Yeah, where are you going to be seasonal?
I believe we are on site 35, which is down on the little pond,
Oh, okay.
which I don't know. You probably haven't been up there recently. The pond where the cabins
Yep,
is, it
yep.
has been doubled in size.
That's
Oh,
really
wow.
nice because I always thought that would really be a nice place to put some campsites
Yeah.
around that too.
Yeah.
They got where the cabins are.
Yep.
Obviously.
Those cabins are
Beautiful.
super cute,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
excited to show those off once the campground opens up.
Right.
Because I think because if people don't have an RV, they don't want to tent camp.
Right.
Their
There you
cabins
go.
is the perfect
Yep.
kind of
Yeah.
blend.
And it's basically the same thing. You're camping.
Yeah,
Yep.
You know, I mean,
Sure.
the days campers or glampers.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the same as those little cabins. They're just
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So, all right.
all right.
We'll let you go.
We'll let you guys go.
Yeah.
Bye. Thanks for stopping
Angie,
by.
you're still stuck with us. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Have fun. Get some almonds.
Hopefully, you'll still speak to me after
They
this.
smell amazing.
You'll be like, I'm never getting around to it again.
Honey,
Well,
look
we don't
behind
see
you.
if we don't see you before, we'll see you at Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
Sure. Call you guys later.
Bye.
Come on over.
Are you trying to fill time? We can chat seasonal stuff.
Yeah, let's.
Sure.
Here, grab you a headset.
Okay.
Matt, want to come too? No.
He's like, no.
That is anti-internet.
Let's see here.
Oh, gotta get her.
Give me over one.
Let me. Yeah, if you want to, come on over. Let me turn mics back up. So,
Hello.
Hello.
okay. So, for everyone who does, which probably most people don't
Don't
know,
know. Yes.
Eddie, where are you at?
I'm over here.
Yeah, there, okay. So,
Hello.
everybody, this is Heidi. Heidi is technically my boss. Oh, well, you are my boss, not
Yes,
technically,
yes.
but she's also our friend. So, Heidi, we've worked together for quite a few years. I don't even know how many.
About 8 now.
Has it been 8?
Yes.
So, we don't have. Oh, try that again.
Hello. Oh,
There
we go.
There I am.
Okay.
There I am.
Yeah, so we've worked together. Is that all it's been? Is 8 years?
Yes. I know it feels like 8 years underwater, but
No. It's been great. So Heidi originally started. You were originally hired as program chair, if I remember right, for
Yes.
paralegal or legal studies.
yes.
And then, how many years ago was it that you became dean?
That was 2017, so 6 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And now Heidi is our vice chancellor of academic affairs at Ivy Tech Community College.
Awesome.
So I still go by and bug her just like she was the program chair. So we used to be colleagues, and we'd go to meetings and goof off. And and then she became my boss, and I still goofed off. And so now she's even in a higher position. That's why when Patty said you were texting me, I'm like, am I in trouble?
No, I'm just looking for you.
I've never been fired at an RV show before, so that would be a first. But anyway, the reason I wanted you to come over is I was telling him earlier, you had a camper.
Yes. We had seasonal campers.
Yeah. So tell me, did you like it?
We did. And honestly, the plan is at some point in the future, we are going to retire to a 55 and over community in Arizona and live in a park model, a tiny house.
Oh, nice.
400 square feet. It'll probably have a little Arizona room that's a couple hundred square feet, just
wow.
for extra space. But that's the plan, to downsize from condo into a tiny house and spend most of our time outside. So we're excited to get back to that campground lifestyle. Where you spend most of your time outside, hanging out with your buddies in the campground.
The campground you were at, do you remember the name of it? Atwood. That was over near Edgerton, Ohio?
So that one was Hickory Acres.
Hickory Acres.
Atwood and Hickory Acres. Hickory Acres is near Edgerton, Ohio.
Right.
My in-laws still have a seasonal there, and so does my grandma. So we spend a lot of time there on the weekends. My husband and I, we backpack and tent camp.
Gotcha.
So we just haul the tent over there on the weekends.
Okay.
And then my husband and I had a seasonal camper at Atwood.
Okay.
And that is up by Milford. South
Yeah.
Milford.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is that the one that put in the big fancy pool, indoor pool? No. Okay. That's a different one up that way.
Okay.
Remember the one we went to that did like the $1 million
Yes, I
indoor-
can't
I
remember.
thought that was Gordon's.
No, it wasn't Gordon's.
I
just
don't
well, it
remember.
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
No, that was not Atwood. Yeah, I might not have sold the spot if I had an indoor pool.
Yeah, well. So when you go to Arizona and you're saying park model, now are you thinking park model like some of the stuff that's here?
Yes. So
Okay.
if you are at the RV show or coming tomorrow, the Suncoast, I believe, is the name of the company. They have an area over
Clear
here.
at the end.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're in Pearston. That's where my grandma bought her park model.
Okay.
And they have some nice park models that we were wandering through just for fun. Like we're
Sure.
not ready to buy one for 10 years.
Right.
But we were wandering through some, and they have like a shingled roof and siding. And in the Arizona sun, that shingled roof is really important for your electric bill.
I'm
I
sure.
bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I wasn't sure because then you said tiny house, which is kind of the same thing, except some of those they're a little more custom built, I guess.
Yes.
And so did you find some nice ones down there?
They're very nice.
Are they very nice?
Oh,
We haven't,
check
we
them
haven't
out.
walked through.
Some
No.
nice finishes. Well, and they're not made to be pulled around.
No.
You know,
Sure.
they're a park model.
Right.
And so they have heavier things like stone backsplashes
Mhm.
and tile floors and things that it doesn't matter the gas mileage.
Right.
So they can be as heavy as you want.
Right.
So nice finishes.
Cool.
Yeah, we were looking. Barton Lake RV has Hampton Bay and a Keystone Retreat here, which is more of the true. I guess they call them destination trailer, but you're not going to haul it up and down the
No.
road.
Yes.
And they were super nice.
They are very nice.
But what you're talking about is like almost one step further.
It looks like a tiny mobile home.
Yep.
Yep.
Mhm. Yes. We were looking at the RVs here in the Barton Lake site. Absolutely gorgeous. Lots of beautiful fifth wheels that Barton Lake has here.
Yeah.
So we were checking those out. So we have a Jeep, and so we were also checking out the ultralights, like something that weighs
Sure.
3,000 pounds or less.
Right.
And those were fun to look at too.
Did you
All the cubby
find some
holes.
that were here at the show that are less than 3,000?
Yes, there are a couple. I want to say it was called a Sunray. that had
Yes,
one.
right over.
Yes.
Yeah, we saw
Yes.
those.
And the interesting thing, we found one that the door was on the back of the RV,
Sure.
which I'd never seen one.
Okay.
And so it was an interesting layout, and it almost made it feel bigger because the door was on the
On the
back.
back, which is so different. from Always on the sides normally.
Yeah, you open the door, there's a bathroom on one side, refrigerator on the other side, and then you walk in, there's a dinette.
Sure.
So it almost made it feel bigger because it was only 18 feet long.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Yeah, a Jeep limits your pull.
I'm sure.
Well, but here's the thing: if you're a tent camper, we can get you up to Happy Acres, but you wouldn't have to sleep on the ground because
No.
Angie, who owns Happy Acres, they have brand new cabins right on the pond.
Sweet.
They're like little glamping.
Yes.
They're definitely a step up from the tent.
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
That's great.
You probably can't hear it because we have to take our headphones.
She said it was a step up from the tent.
Yeah.
I mean, there are walls and a bed. It sounds amazing to me. At this point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, and there's
AC.
air conditioning. There's a heater if it's cool
Yeah.
out, and there's a brand new bath area right nearby, so you
View
don't
of
have to
the
go very far.
pond. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
Yes.
So,
But
yeah,
I
that's-
grew up tent camping also, so I'm very familiar with the ground.
we've done the ground. I think I'm past the
I'm
ground.
past the ground, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm
I
past
might
it
have
for
one, maybe one more time. I could do it.
What really made us go from the seasonal to we're just going to backpack for a while is my husband works at a manufacturing plant that was working every single weekend.
Right.
And so we were taking care of an acre, we were taking care of our home, we were taking care of the seasonal site. We're like, it's not fun anymore. All it is taking care of stuff all the time. We don't have time to do anything.
Right.
So we ended up selling, so we just have one less thing to take care of.
Right.
So,
Which,
I get
yeah,
that.
totally
Yeah.
get that.
so
I
the
mean,
idea of renting a cabin at Happy Acres is lovely because we just roll up to Happy
Roll up on a
Acres,
Friday
spend the
night.
weekend. Yeah, that
And-
sounds amazing.
say, Angie, do the laundry. Actually, it might be Patty this summer.
No,
It might be me. Yeah.
You said there was a pool up there.
There
I
is.
live
Yeah,
right
the pool-
next to a pool.
Yeah, the pool, brand new pool. It's
Brand
not in the
new.
ground yet, but
It's
it
gonna
will be.
placed, Yeah.
That's
And
exciting.
so-
Well, for those of you that saw Toast to the Weekend last night, and Patrick's Aviation Gin Martini, I have promised martini glasses, so he does not have to drink out of the rocks glass.
I think I called it a cheap IKEA glass.
That's
I
right.
added another word. We're family friendly.
Yeah.
Give him some real martini glasses.
That might be a fun weekend for the campground. We could have like a what we call like a rat pat week
Like a
where we do martinis
Yeah.
and
Oh,
charcuterie boards and
yes. Yes, a very
Frank
50s,
Sinatra,
Yeah.
Rat Pack.
Big
Yeah.
olives.
yeah, that
would
might be
go.
fun.
Yes.
That gin, by the way, I don't know if you're a gin drinker.
I'm not. I don't like countries.
Okay, actually, I don't know if you heard that one does not have near the juniper berry flavor because it's an American gin versus a London dry.
Okay.
I was super impressed with that gin. So
I drink a lot of vodka and a lot of tequila.
yeah. So
I mean, not at the same time.
and
True.
wine.
I do
You'll do
drink.
wine. Yeah.
And then there's moonshine.
There's one. You have to understand, being vice chancellor of a community college is stressful.
A
She
little.
needs to let loose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't drink a lot. I just drink often.
What I'm glad though is I know for a fact that I do feel confident in this. If her stress was 100%, I really feel like I'm probably less than 5% of it.
Oh, absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
yeah, you so
Yeah.
you got
Patrick's
other things
areas,
to worry
they
about.
spin like a top. So, yeah.
Well, at least
I
one of them.
appreciate that.
He
Well,
behaves.
He does. He does.
I do, but yeah, but it's all in good fun when I
Well, and if you're local, come visit Kelty's, the stuff that we're serving on
Sure.
Tuesday.
Absolutely.
The lunch stuff. There's like lots of fun public facing stuff. So you can come in, check out what the students are cooking. Like it's great stuff lately.
Oh, it's
I love
been.
Oh.
You brought some home. It was awesome.
Oh my gosh, Chef Amanda's catering
Yes.
class. So for
Oh
those
my
of you who know, you're like,
gosh.
what happened to the RV show? Hold on.
We'll get
But
back.
yeah.
We'll get back.
But they did, and I don't know if you got any of it. They're doing grab and go meals now, and one night we had their barbecue wings. They were
Yum.
phenomenal. I just did some fries in the air fryer to go with it, and then Thursday night we had her fettuccine alfredo with chicken.
Yum.
I'll have to check that out.
And so what the catering class is doing is they're preparing them, you stick them in, and then you just go down, buy what you want.
Yep.
And they were $3 a carton, which is so ridiculous.
It's ridiculous what the
So.
portion was.
We
Yeah.
have high tea on Thursday.
Ooh.
Next Thursday,
High
yeah.
tea.
But you're not going to be there, I believe.
Actually, I rearranged my schedule.
Oh, you're going to be there.
I want to experience high
Oh,
tea.
fancy.
Yes.
I want all the tiny sandwiches.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
We
really-
actually ordered in special trays so it can be tiered.
Tiered.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I am super excited about high tea. That the tea we've imported from London, from Fortnum and Mason, and then we'll have traditional finger sandwiches, fresh
Savory
baked
and tea,
scones, and then obviously an assortment of desserts. And I think there's like 5 or 6 different teas to choose from.
That's exciting.
So yeah, it should be fun. All right, I won't keep you any
All right.
longer. I was just so excited you were here,
Yeah, I had
and
a great time.
and I get to come back on Monday. So
Yeah.
she's like, you better show up on Monday.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everybody enjoy the RV show.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, thank
You're
you.
welcome. Thank you.
See you later.
Yeah.
Go have a martini. Oh, you don't
yeah.
like gin?
I don't like
Vodka.
gin. Vodka.
There you go.
All right.
Oh my goodness. Too much
You
fun.
coming to lunch? You coming to lunch Thursday, or not this Thursday?
Is the second. Yes, I believe so.
Okay. All right. So, all right, Angie. Thanks for bearing with us.
Praise. I'm
So-
occasional. Can you hear me? Because I'm
Yes.
having a little bit technical difficulties. It keeps I keep cutting off before I can hear you guys at all or hear you.
Yeah, it could be us too. I don't know. I mean, I'd say this live stream has went pretty well
Yeah.
considering we're inside the Memorial Coliseum, so it's like a big metal building.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so overall, I've been impressed that we've been able to do what we've done today.
A lot of
So
folks had to leave. So
yeah, we know. I mean, we've been going
Yeah,
now
I
for
know.
what, an
Long time.
hour and 37 minutes.
Mhm.
Is this our longest live stream, or
I-
did we go 2 hours?
I
once?
don't know, honey. I don't
I
remember.
don't know. So, anything else you want to talk about with the campground?
Oh my gosh. I'm completely not prepared. So,
That's okay.
Oh, that's okay. I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
yeah, no, just that I know Kevin has been working his butt off this last month or so to finalize all the stuff for the pool. So
Gotcha. Cool.
hopefully, fingers crossed,
Hopefully. Yep.
I'll be ready
That's
to
going
go.
to be great.
Get it in the ground first thing this spring. So
Yeah.
There you go.
that's
Um,
really the number one priority this winter is to get that whole debacle figured out. So I think he's got it.
Well, that will be. I tell you, I bet all the seasonals will be so excited, and then even the nightlies once they find out, my gosh,
Yeah.
it's now a brand new pool.
Yes. I
Good.
get emails and text messages at least a couple times a week asking when the pool's going to be done.
Oh, okay.
Really?
don't know.
Okay.
I can't promise. I don't know. What I can promise is that it will be done as fast as possible. But
Sure.
I don't know
Right.
for sure date.
And there's so many things you can't control, like the weather for one thing, because I'm sure, the ground's got to be so dry and
Yeah, I bet.
things like that.
Yep.
So, so I think Cinco de Mayo weekend, I'll bet you we're gonna have a full house, which will be great.
I looked a couple days ago and it's pretty full. I mean, there was still space available, obviously, but
Right.
I'm getting bookings pretty much daily or every other day for that week. So,
wow.
Yeah, I think that's going to be fun because I think there's going to be a lot of people like us. Although we camp in the winter some,
Sure.
but I bet a lot of people are going to just be so excited to finally break their RV out for the first time, and should be a good time.
I remember, I think it might have been last year. It was last year or 2 years ago. It snowed on Mother's Day. So
I
let's
can believe it.
let's hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? If it does, we'll make the best of
Well,
it.
and usually in May it kind of melts quickly.
Yeah,
So
that's a good thing. I mean, it won't
stick
last
around.
long.
Yeah. So you just don't want to see it in May.
Yeah. I was trying to think if there was anything else. I don't know if you saw over on Facebook. I know you saw my little poll that I ran.
I did.
Yeah, and I've been running some similar polls of just generic campground questions
Yeah.
over on YouTube on our community page, and it's really fascinating to start thinking about campgrounds as if I was in the owner's role and things you would want to know from a market research standpoint. It's just been really interesting to see responses from people on how do they want to be checked in, to would they pay extra for a dog fence, to would they like warm cookies at check-in, so
Yeah, cookies won. That's for
Cookies
sure.
won.
cookies won by a landslide.
Yeah.
There was one vote for beef jerky. I don't think I've ever. I can honestly say I've never checked into a campground that provided me beef
Or
jerky.
wanted beef jerky.
Yeah, that would be weird.
I don't know that I've ever been to a campground that provided me warm cookies. We have been to a campground where, remember, we had ice cream bars
Right.
upon check-in,
Right.
and we had one where it was popcorn and slushies.
Right.
But everybody says,
Cookies.
and I thought Mary Tuma made a great point in the comment section. She said the part that people forget about is when a camper arrives, they may have had a really long, hard day of travel, and to be greeted with something like that could really turn their whole attitude around and make their weekend better. I thought that was interesting.
Of course, Mary would come up with that. Okay.
All right.
We'll let her go back to her.
We'll let you go back, but
To the sun.
thanks for coming in, and looks like you're going to have a beautiful day there.
Yes, looks gorgeous.
Another beautiful day.
Beautiful.
We're just having a good time hanging out here. We're repping the campground and looking at RVs, and so I'm telling you what, this crowd is amazing. I mean, yeah, it's a good sign for the 2023 camping season. There is just a lot of enthusiasm. You just feel the buzz.
Yeah. We're excited. You can tell.
So, all right.
All right.
We'll tell Kevin we said hi.
All right, sounds good.
Bye.
All right, we'll talk soon. All right. So I feel bad. I'm always just bringing people in and doing stuff. So what do we? Oh, I'll go back to our comments. So, my dad's still here. We had one that had pizza.
Oh, cool.
Really, a campground where you checked in. Now, Dad, was that like when you checked in, you could have a free slice of pizza, or they did like a pizza party? Or I'm curious about that. One of the reasons I've been asking so many questions on our YouTube channel, community page, and Facebook is just trying to gather information for Kevin and Angie.
Yeah, I know.
To
Help
maybe
them
it
out.
might be useful information for them.
Sure.
Doesn't mean it's going to happen.
Right.
But yeah, it's kind of fun to do. So I still cannot believe I thought maybe I could go out again.
It's really packed. So
I know. I think
you're gonna have to forego that.
I know. I just but that's good. That's good for the RV industry that there's this much enthusiasm and
Right.
that people are out. I don't know if the weather has anything to do with it because
Well, it's not that bad out.
no, it was going to warm. It's supposed to warm up into the 30s today here.
Small pizza and cookies, your dad said.
Wow.
Nice. Put my back.
I want pizza and cookies. I'm actually getting hungry.
I know. Me too. So
Let me see if I can get Dan over here. We lost Steve, right?
I haven't seen him in a while. So he might be making a deal, making a
Maybe.
sale.
Dan's talking to somebody, but I think it's somebody that's working the show.
I think so. He's giving instructions, it looks
Yeah.
like. So
I was going to see if we could talk to Dan about service. Oh, maybe not. So
yeah.
they are just so busy here. What we probably should have done was started the live stream at 10 before the doors open. Then we could have talked to everybody before they had to go start selling RVs.
True. True.
Maybe I can get a part-time job.
There you go.
Wheeling. You know what I'll do? I'll get myself a part-time job selling RVs and make us a deal.
Oh, there you go.
So
there you go.
Does anybody have any questions? If you do,
Who's
just
still left on. A
type
lot of folks have left.
Yeah, I know, but there's still
There's a
29.
few.
Yeah, and that's just on I think YouTube. I don't
Right.
know if that's on Facebook. So,
Right.
but we are getting close to wrapping up here. So we said 11 to 1, and we'll stick to that. Used to go to Washington State Park that offered brownies and cookies on check-in, so campers don't get hangry during. See, that's
during back-in and set. So kind of eases your pain as you're trying to set up your rig.
yeah. I think that would be. We were at a campground. I want to say it was called maybe Deer Ridge. Why do I even remember
I
this?
think it was Deer Ridge. It was
Down in Alabama.
It was near Montgomery.
South of Montgomery, and when you checked in, I don't know if they still do
Your
this.
dad might remember this.
But they gave us popcorn,
Yep.
slushies, and a newspaper.
Right.
Who reads the newspaper anymore in
yeah.
paper form? So, yeah, I mean, but yeah, that was kind of. I remember we had driven all day from Indiana,
Right.
and it was just such a nice thing. The guy I went in to check in, and he said, help yourself to a slushie, one per person, popcorn, and here's your complimentary USA Today newspaper. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of wild. Let me see. I'm going to walk over and ask Dan if he wants to jump on for
All
a
right,
minute.
go ask him. All right. Well, it's been so fun. It's crazy. Crazy. Now he's left me alone. I feel like I should sing a song or something. Oh, here he comes. Here,
No.
bud.
You don't have to be here a couple minutes because I know you're busy.
No, I'm not busy.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to stay not busy. I'm not a good blogger. I like just bouncing like what Steve was doing stuff.
And we
There you
lost
go.
Steve. I haven't seen Steve for.
He's in a Hampton.
Oh, is he?
Selling people? Yeah.
All right. I think your mic should be live, Dan.
Okay, are we on?
Yep, there we go.
Cool.
So everyone, I want to introduce you to Dan with Barton Lake RV. Dan and
How's
I've known
everybody doing?
we've known each other a long time,
Quite a while.
and Dan heads up the service team, I believe.
Yep, we do here at Barton Lake RV.
So, I think Kyle earlier was saying that because you guys are family owned and operated, that
Right.
it's a little bit different possibly than like a really large. And he was talking about like everything from the sales side, but then he talked about what you guys do.
Sure.
So
sure.
you want to tell everybody, like when somebody buys an RV from Barton Lake RV, you don't just say, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I mean, just like when you bought yours and your dad. What was
Yeah.
that,
2008, maybe?
78, was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's been a long time.
I know. That's what I
Holy
said.
cow. But like I said, we walk through trailer for you when you do your pickup there,
Right.
doing your paperwork. Do a walkthrough with you, and we kind of touch on the maintenance end of it for you.
Right.
Like we all know, the roof is probably the most important thing that we want to look at and make sure the roof sealer up there is not getting all dried out,
Right.
cracked open, and we got a water leak, and we're major dollars.
And a lot of people, if it's their first RV, they may not know that you
They
need to
may
be
not know
checking
that.
all those points of openings for, is that cracking or
Absolutely, and then on the sides of the trailers, your caulking, of course, we want to
Right.
take a look at that and make sure we don't have no gaps or any voids. We can get water into the trailer.
Right.
That's our biggest enemy on a travel trailer is
Water.
Is the water.
Yeah.
And then for the guys that like you guys traveling all over the place, I mean, let's out tires.
Right.
How big are tires? Who wants to get a blowout
Ugh.
going down the road and a blowout or a bearing grease, repacking our bearings,
Yeah, I mean, and again, if you've never owned an RV, if somebody doesn't tell you before you pull away, like, I mean, you obviously can't train somebody to be a mechanic in an hour orientation, but you can at least say, hey, at some point, these are things you need to be aware of.
Absolutely. We sell these things. I mean, they're in the $70,000 range of Cougar.
Right.
And people don't have any idea, like you said. Right. I mean, they think they're buying a condo, is what I say.
Right.
A condo, maintenance free. Totally. I mean, it may be a little bit of maintenance, but we gotta keep up on it.
Yeah. Have you noticed, like let's say from 2008, because we know you were there in 2008, you're probably there before then. How has maintenance on these changed? I mean, obviously, since what is that? That's at least 15 years over.
Well, we're getting better and better products like these Cougar roofs.
Right.
And all of our products here, lifetime warranty on the rubber. So, I mean, that's huge.
And are they still using a rubber roof, or are they using
it's like a PVC. Could be PVC made by Lippert.
Right.
Roof or a rubber roof.
Okay.
Yeah, it goes either way. We're seeing more because of shortage.
Oh, yes.
Of course.
Right.
We all know about that. An EDPM roof is what that is, or TPO. TPO is what kind of more like a vinyl. Is what it is.
A little bit less upkeep on those, I believe, than the old true rubber roofs where we were treating them every year. Yeah.
And I would still do the same thing with that. I mean, yes, it's going to last longer, but
keep it clean.
We can take care of it, the better.
Yeah. What about these tankless water heaters?
That's something that we're just coming into. Boy, they look really pretty neat. They seem to work. I mean, unfortunately, we're using the shop to test and get it ready for use, so we don't really have a big experience yet.
Right.
Give us another year with them and see how they really
right.
hold up out there. They look like they're going to work great for somebody. I mean, if we can keep that water temperature up 115 degrees and having an endless shower, can you imagine that?
People are going to discover just how big their gray tanks are once they have endless shower, aren't they?
You better make sure you pull that valve.
That's right.
And let her run, no doubt.
Well,
go from having a shower, a camp shower. And God, rinse off a little bit, shut it down, soap up, and rinse back off to go in endless.
Because most of those are 5 or 6 gallon water heaters. So you had
6 gallons.
Yeah. So and now if you can have endless. And what's interesting, I think, is those were like a luxury a few years ago. Like,
oh my gosh, yeah. When first were coming out, they're coming just standard.
Standard,
sure.
I'm so impressed by the Cougar line right now. What they're doing.
It is really cool. The solar on it, like we've talked so much, and inverters, and that ASA, they call it the in command, kind of like an iPad for everything. You can Bluetooth it. I mean, if you're seasonal somewhere, you want to check your air conditioning, you can Bluetooth that, turn it on and off. Or
have you had? Maybe you don't want to answer this. I don't know, but because I always worry, like I'm one of these people that feels like the less stuff you have, the less possible things go wrong. Have you found with the in command?
The in command has been pretty flawless.
Has it? Okay, that's what I was wondering.
There's a couple. I mean, every once in a while we get from the factory where they'll put the wrong floor plan in, but that's just a little bit of, putting a right floor plan in there and run with it. Yeah.
So that hasn't been
has not been a problem at all. No.
Okay. Any solar, that's what we were going. So so now we're seeing solar standard, lithium batteries. And I think you and I were talking 10-year warranty, maintenance free.
Or 12 years, some of them. I mean, Cougars are doing 10. Battleborn, I think.
I didn't want to say that when Cam was on because I wasn't sure, but I thought I had read that their Dragonfly is Battleborn, or Battleborn makes them. Yeah.
Correct.
And so that's coming standard on these Cougar fifth wheels.
Coming standard on all the Keystone products.
Keystone products,
Yeah, with that, they're calling it the 200i package, where you just charge in the battery, or you can upgrade up to an inverter system.
I mean, to think that 3 years ago, we bought our first Battleborn, paid $1,000 for one battery, probably spent, I think we spent $1,200 for the solar panels with a charger and a little inverter.
Sure.
So we spent almost $2,500. Now that would come on the trailer.
Come on the trailer standard. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Sure.
just amazing.
Yeah,
I think the
technology.
thing. Oh, I know. But I think the thing you and I were talking about yesterday on Instagram was people have to realize, even if you have those two 100 amp hour batteries with 200 or 400 watts of solar, we're not running the AC.
Correct.
Well,
Yeah,
at least not very long.
Huge. That's huge.
Right.
I mean, everything else, but most refrigerators now come in 12 volts, so we don't have to worry about using up our propane. So that's pretty huge. The tankless water heater. I mean, we still got to give it 12 volts of power.
Right.
But no more gas or electric.
So what's actually operating? Like, let's say on this Cougar fifth wheel. What is actually operating off propane? The stove and the oven, I guess.
Stove, oven, furnace,
and
your water heater.
And water heater can still operate off
outside.
Propane.
If you have an outside kitchen, of course, we've got a grill out there.
Okay.
That they're coming with. That's propane.
Right.
So, but as far as 110, I mean, big thing is the air conditioner that we're not going to be able to work.
Right.
Microwave. I don't know how much power. I mean,
we run our microwave off of our 2,000 watt inverter. I mean, and the thing about like the microwave is you're probably
use it a couple times. Lunch,
and
lunch, breakfast.
Yeah,
sure.
we warm something up for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. But the problem with the air conditioner is when you turn it on, you're thinking you're going to run it all day. And there's no way.
Exactly.
I mean, unless you're going to, like I said, we know some people that have these big 1,200 watt solar panel system. 600, 800 amp hours, then you can, if you have some.
But sure, and then you're doing the soft start air.
Soft starts,
so, and it gets costly. There's no doubt. If you
I think Bobby and April had close to 20,000 in theirs. I think.
Yes,
yeah.
they did.
And they can run their ACs, but I mean that's a huge investment.
That's a huge investment.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I just think what they're doing with these as standard options is crazy. Goodyear endurance tires. I mean, the days of cheap tires seems to be going by the wayside.
And forget how about tire pressure management systems.
Oh yeah.
That's coming standard with the Goodyear tire package. I mean that's huge too.
We have a TPMS that we run. It's the kind that's ours isn't integrated like this.
Gotcha.
But people always say, does your tire minder work well? And I said, I guess so, because it's one of those things you hope you never use.
You never have.
You know what I mean? But it's that peace of mind that if you do have a tire going down, if you have some advanced warning, that could save your life.
Sure, absolutely.
It's like gas stop. I'm not sure if you're familiar with gas stop, but it's a valve that screws onto your propane tank. And if you would have a major leak where
sever one of the lines,
it 100% shuts you down.
Sure.
But again, it's a device I hope never works.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll work if it needs to, but I don't want it to work. So
I've not heard of that gas stop, but there is safety on that propane.
There are.
systems.
The problem is what it'll do though is even in a major leak, it will slow down the flow, but won't 100% shut it off because it's going to try to reset your propane system. Where the gas stop is a 100% shut, and the concern is if you don't 100% and then something would spark.
Right, we're going to have problems.
Fires, explosions, things like that. Yeah, gas stop is a great product, and like I said, it's one of those products where I feel bad people buy it. All you do is screw it between your tank and your line, and you forget about it.
Right, they don't think they're getting anything for their money.
Right,
but they're not using it.
You just never know. I actually did a video on it where I had a tank hooked up, wide open, took a pair of metal cutters, cut the line to where it was instant, and nothing. And then I think what I had done the first time was I did not have the gas stop on, cut it, and you just hear propane just pouring out.
And that just goes right under the coupler.
Yep, just screws right on both ends. It's just a little device, and but it's things like that, TPMSs, gas stop, all these safety devices that just make RVing safer for all of us.
And easy, we want to make it fun and easy.
Absolutely. Backup cameras.
Backup cameras.
Remember when those were probably like rare that you ever had somebody want one. Now
you try to wire all this stuff in. There's wired, not wireless.
Right.
Now that's what they are, wireless. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So,
no doubt.
All right.
Which creates more headaches for you in the service department. So
but he's got to keep up on it all. That's all.
Have you guys been busy in service then?
We are absolutely swamped.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, unfortunately we have a small shop. We're not very large, but I believe that's why we take care of customers.
Right.
You know, our customers that we buy from, that's our most important, and
Sure.
we do a darn good job keeping everybody camping.
Yeah,
There
I
you
see.
go.
It seems like every dealer we're friends with,
Yep.
which is I guess two, you
Yeah.
guys and Princess Craft
Yeah.
primarily, and Paul when Paul was out at
Yep,
Beckley's.
yep.
But in Princess Craft down in Texas, they have the same. They're like you. They're family owned and operated.
Sure.
So PJ says if she could hire 20 more
We
technicians.
would grab them.
She says they're just not out there, and so their number one priority is their customers, and they
Yeah.
do a great
Well,
job.
we do mobile service too. I mean,
Right.
So we try and, whether you're somewhere in a campground or you bring it to us, we're there. We're going to get you back camping.
Right.
No doubt.
So,
No doubt.
well, Dan, I appreciate you
thank
taking
you.
time.
No
This,
problem.
this is
Thanks.
crazy how busy this is today.
Crazy.
This is a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I'll tell you,
yeah.
we're
I tell you
having
what.
a blast. No
Yeah.
doubt.
Well, hopefully you're selling some trailers and
I hope so too.
give you
right?
something to prep, right?
There you
Like
go.
you don't have anything.
Like we don't have nothing to do.
All right, well, we'll let you get back
Yeah.
to it.
All right, awesome.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you.
Oh,
That was
boy,
fun.
this has been so much fun
I
today,
know.
Patty. We've got to talk to the only person we have not got to talk to, and I know he's just busy.
He's
so.
just busy with something.
Our friend Steve,
Yeah.
and Steve has been our friend for
Oh my gosh.
Well, what did
long
I say?
time.
We bought. Oh, it goes way back,
Oh.
almost to 2006 is when we met Steve.
Okay.
Steve was working at a different dealership, if you
Right.
remember,
Right.
and my sister and brother-in-law were looking for a
Yep.
camper, and they ended up buying a pop-up, if I remember right,
Yep,
from Steve at
they
that
did.
dealership. And then a few months later, Steve came to Barton Lake RV, and we just happened to stop into Barton Lake RV, and I'm like, wait a minute, aren't you the guy that sold my
Right.
sister a camper? And we've been friends with Steve ever since.
Yeah. He's
And,
a good guy.
Like I said, if you think about what we bought at Barton Lake
yeah.
RV, we bought the Fleetwood
Yep.
used.
Mhm.
That was we had our tab, then we
Right.
traded that into Barton Lake RV for the
That
Fleetwood.
Fleetwood had a great smell.
I know, it was a
Something
used
about
we
it.
Remember, the people had only camped like 2 or 3
I know,
times.
but it had a great woodsy. I don't know. It was awesome.
Yeah, and then we traded that in on that used Jayco that was just the opposite, had a bad smell.
Yeah, it did.
Where's Steve? I still want to complain about the smell of my used trade. No, and then we bought a brand new Hornet from
Right.
Steve.
Nice.
We bought our Cougar fifth wheel from Steve.
Yep, love
So yeah, we
it.
bought 4.
Mhm.
So wheel number 5 someday, maybe.
I don't know.
So, all right. Well, I think that's going to wrap up here because we've been on 2 hours. We said we'd go from 11 to 1. And I hope everybody who's been on, anybody who's stuck with us.
Well, I've had fun and got some information and
Yeah, we really wanted to try to make this informational. Like I said, I would have loved to have done more roving reporter
that
type
was
stuff.
funny. Yeah.
But it's just this stream has been steady ever since 11 a.m.
Oh,
And
busy. Yep.
so, but if you are in Northeast Indiana or Northwest Ohio,
Right.
Southeast Michigan, the show is going on till 8 p.m. tonight.
Yep.
They'll reopen tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. and go till 5 p.m. It's $12 for an adult, or they have a family ticket where you can get 2 adults and up to 3 kids in for $25.
I know. What a bargain.
Uh,
Oh, and your dad says, boiler up.
Boiler up. That's right. We gotta get ready
Get
for
ready
the
for the
big
game,
IU Purdue
yeah.
battle this afternoon at 4 p.m. And want to thank Barton Lake RV for hosting us here today.
Absolutely.
And want to thank Angie and Kevin at Happy Acres Campground for their continued support and partnering with us for the 2023 camping season. Thank Cam from Keystone RV for hanging out with us.
Right.
And,
Yes.
we just are so fortunate to have such good friends in this industry.
Mhm.
And we're very fortunate to have all of you too.
Right.
Because honestly, without people logging in, we'd be talking to each other. And we do that enough. So,
Yeah, we do.
all right, everybody. So from the Fort Wayne RV show, we're going to be signing off.
Yes.
But just because we're signing off doesn't mean we won't see you.
On down the road. Bye.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great weekend.